So, we had to literally, forcefully make him get it out of the restaurant. Luckily, y'all, there really was nobody there. I was just telling him, like, oh, look, they're looking at you. There was, like, one guy waiting in line, but it was, like, empty. Literally, there was no one. You know, and I didn't want him to win and be like, okay, that's what he wants, is to run it for everyone, where we none can eat our food, and we gotta leave, you know, so I was like, ignore him, you know? He's not, like, screaming until towards the end. That's when I was like, oh, okay, yep, nope. I made him sit up, and it just made it worse, so we're leaving, so we gotta leave. We got home, Bryce gave him his drink, and then he was trying to act like he was gonna spill it, so I took it away, and I threw it away. I was like, no, you ain't getting none now. You ain't getting nothing now. So I threw his drink away. As soon as we got home, literally, he was, like, taking the lid off, and it's like he purposely wants to get in trouble. I swear. And if he gets in trouble, instead of, it's like he'll do more stuff to try to get more in trouble. I don't understand it. Everyone notices it too. Like, it's like he wants to. Blaze was just saying that. It's like he wants to. And I'm like, I know. I don't know. It's really weird. But y'all know he has ADD, which is oppositional defiant disorder. Got in the house. He threw a fit in the front of the house. Like in the beginning, like the doorway, like coming in, you know. Me trying to get him up to go to his room to throw a fit. That was impossible because he's heavy. You know, I would have had to have Bryce help me, but I don't want to stress them out. I mean, so I let him be. You want to throw yourself on the floor at the end of the stairs and you want to lay there and you want to throw a fit? I let him. And I walked away. I told the boys, just go upstairs and do whatever y'all gotta do, ignore him. So I walked off and I went to the kitchen and I started cleaning up the living room and cleaning the kitchen and picking up what I needed to clean. I heated up my coffee back, acting like I didn't hear him, and because that's what he wants, is he wants the attention. He wants you to feed into it. I swear he does. And I was just like, trying to like not have a panic attack at the same time. And then sure enough, he finally calmed himself down and quit. And I just kept doing what I was doing, like as if I didn't hear him. Like I couldn't get him upstairs or nothing. So finally he quit and sat on the couch. And then his dad called. I was like, man, dude, you gotta get your shit together because I need a break. I was really telling him, I'm like, I don't know, you better, like, you need to go halfers with me. You need to get your shit together to where you can sometimes weekends get him, because seriously, he needs like a male, you know what I mean? Like a male figure, like a boy discipline, like I feel like would be good for him. Like a dad, and then finally he was like, I want my tacos. So I told him, you're not sitting in the couch and doing it. So he straightened his attitude up. I think me completely just letting him be on the floor. Then you want to throw yourself on the floor? I walked away. It helped. I just acted like it wasn't bothering me, even though it was. I was like gonna have a panic attack, but I think I did have a panic attack. But he sat at the table and he ate his tacos, and then he came in here, and I said, go straight to your room now. And I unplugged his TV. I mean, I took, like, the actual cord can come out of the TV. I did that to his Xbox, and now I did it to his TV. So now he ain't got no TV, no Xbox. So guess what? From now on, when he comes home from school, he's gonna have to play with his toys or entertain himself, color, or something. Help me in the kitchen, help me. That's it. That's all he can do. He's gonna be bored as hell because he's so used to watching his shows. You know what I mean? Or going to bed, too, with his shows. So now he's going to go to bed with no TV either. He's going to have to just lay there in his thoughts and go to sleep. So hopefully that'll help. I've never really taken his TV away, but I'm like, you know what? I can't do this shit no more. And the way that he acted over the weekend, y'all, was extreme. Extreme. We had to forcefully get him out of the trampoline park. And it was embarrassing because there's a lot of people. I was like, never again. I told the kids one of these weekends, I'll get a sitter for Messiah. Like, you know, maybe my sister, not like my little sister Brianna, will watch him for a day or a couple hours. And I said, you know, I told them I'll take y'all somewhere to go do something where we don't have to have the stress of like, Messiah does cause a lot of stress, where they can enjoy themselves without, you know, the fits or the, you know, how he be. You know, so, and it shouldn't be that way, but he needs therapy, and I gotta talk to his doctor to see, like, if there's any other type of therapies, because I need therapy too. Because those therapy things, they help not only the child with coping and stuff, but they also help, they do it with the parent, so that way the parent can learn how to go about things with the child like this, you know, and being firm and learning how to, like, cope when you get overwhelmed and you know, anxiety, and you get so like, okay, well, you just want to get them to stop throwing a fit to because it's too much, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like being firm and being and getting through it, no matter how long he takes with the fit, you're going to be strict and you're going to stick to it. They like teach you those things, you know, because a lot of times I have dealt with it with him so much that I'm at that point sometimes where I just try to calm him down and get him to quit. Because I'm overwhelmed, because I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm over it. Like, I'm not trying to deal with this, you know what I mean? So, but it's tough. So I don't know. And you guys know the whole last therapist, he, you know, he got charged, pedophile stuff. And it ruined it for us. And that man was in my home, you know. I'm not even going to get into it. Anyways. So it's one of those where it's like, fuck, you know. But I don't know if there's other therapy now, how they went about that. His doctor's aware of it all and all that, you know. But, I don't know if we can find another one, like, I don't know, to get him into, or the school or something, because he really definitely needs it. And they, you know, like I said, they work with the parents too, not just the kids, so it benefits the parent as well. Because, fuck. And we'll do really good. Like, we will. I'll be surprised. I'm like, he'll be doing so great, and then he'll just flip out of nowhere, and it'll last a few days, a week, 2 weeks, and then he'll do great for a week straight, or 2 days in a row, or it just is always different. It's really hard. Yes, he's on medication. He's already taken it for the night. He took it before we went to go eat Taco Bell. He's on medication, yes. I don't know if they need to change his medication, but the last one we changed to, remember, I went back because I was like, to the old one, because I was like, nope. But there's many ones, so I mean, you know, they may need to change it, and they may change it to something different than that other one that I didn't like. I don't know. I need to talk to his doctor about it, but I actually got him to go to his room. I don't think he liked that I didn't acknowledge him. I literally was walking around him, over him, stepping over him, cleaning, doing my thing, and he was just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, do you not hear me freaking out? And he finally quit, and he ate, and he went up to his room on his own. And he has no TV, nothing. I unplugged it, so let's go see what he's doing. Because he's quiet. Let's go see. Maybe up his dose. Well, they can't up his dose because he's at the dose for his age. So we did talk about that. He's at the max dose for his age, which is only 1 milligram. They can't go past that. You okay? I was just coming to check on you. You ready for bed? Well, it is bedtime. Off? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring you your other thing. Wow, he's laying in his bed. Yes, I will. He's laying in his bed. Can you believe that? Where was it? He's actually laying in his bed. No TV, no nothing. Sorry, I had to put his pajama pants on. Tone-in time. He's actually laying in his bed, but no TV. Okay, sorry. I always have to. Shit gets messed up, so I had to restart the lab. But see, maybe you're right, because I don't know, because when we were having therapy, when they were coming to our house, we would be talking about his behavior right in front of him, and he would be acting out when the therapist was here, and it was so embarrassing, y'all. And then I would have to like handle the situation, so he would kind of see like, you know, like how it's working out, and he would try to step in too, and Saya would just not, like, no matter what. Oh my god. And there was one time where he wanted a snack and he kept getting it, and I told him no, you know what I mean? And then the therapist was like, Mom said no, and you're not gonna get it, and he took it from him, right? Messiah decided, I put him up high, he decided to climb the counter. So embarrassing. And then he started destroying the snack, like smashing it up and shit. Oh my god, y'all. That's one thing that he'll do, is he'll start destroying shit. That's why I knew he was wanting his food, but he was laying down. If he would have, I moved it out of the way, because if he would have grabbed it and grabbed the thing, he would have purposely opened it and had it break everywhere, spill everywhere. Yes, just to like cause problems, destroy things. That's what he likes to do. But maybe you're alright. Try not to talk about his behavior right in front of him, and maybe that'll help. I don't know. But yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try that. Not to speak on it. It's hard though, cause sometimes like me and the boys will talk about it too. It's gonna be hard, because I don't want him to, like, his behavior to be worse. Like, he has a heart, like, it's so crazy, because he'll do so good and then he'll do so bad. But I noticed that it's a jealousy thing too, because he does the worst, and it's like we take 20-30 steps back when the girls come around, and it's like instantly. It's like from the second they're in the car, he will throw a fit because he wants to sit in the back, or And I'm like, no, he'll not want to be buckled or act like he can't buckle himself. And then I have to get out and do it. And I'm like, dude, you're already old enough. Do you know what I mean? Or like, it'll be stuff like that. It's so bad. And then we struggle like this to the extreme for like a few days after the girls leave too, for him to get back to like, you know, doing all right. And it's just so hard. I mean, getting him up in the mornings for school, trying to be on time, trying to get in the fucking car, trying to like hurry up and get up out of the room, down the stairs. Sometimes he'll refuse to like brush his teeth. It's just, or do his hair. No, he's had testing, like testing. He has ADHD and ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder. I have literally showed videos of him so that way they can see, because they're not like there in the present moment. So sometimes I had to do that so that way they can see like exactly what I was explaining, you know what I mean, or what I was struggling with, of him like breaking things on purpose or throwing himself on the floor, and then he's like harming himself pretty much because he gets hurt or he hits his head, or do you know what I'm saying? You trying to pick him up and he's dropping dead weight, and it's hard. It'll make you want to freak it out, and it's not even funny. It'll literally make you be like, oh my god. And then if you whoop them, you know, like, because I grew up, I know nowadays, like, you know, like, spankings isn't a good thing, you know, so I try not to, but there's times where it's like the extreme, which me growing up, I got my butt whooped for anything, but I only, if it becomes extreme, then I'm like, okay, hell no, you know what I mean? But sometimes when you do that, it, like, I guess with his situation, I try not to, unless, like I said, it's really, really extreme, and then I'll sit him down. I'm like, nah, and then you get your butt whooped, you're gonna sit down, don't you come out of this room, you know what I'm saying? And he can sit in there and scream and throw fit all he wants. And then I'll go in there and he'll be asleep. But sometimes it makes it worse. So it's really, 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 really hard, you know, to find the correct discipline with him. But I've noticed, I think the only thing that truly helps is when he gets in that zone, is to act like he don't exist. Act like I don't hear it, act like I don't see it, because it's like an attention thing. And he's gonna get louder, and he's gonna really knock something over, and then knock another thing over to see if he gets a reaction from you, or see if like he gets attention from it, or see like, oh, she didn't hear that, so I'm gonna knock this over too, or I'm gonna scream louder, or I'm gonna really, you know. And if you act, that's the only thing I've noticed that helps. I will sit him down, I will take everything away from him, and then I, like, when he didn't want to come upstairs and get in the door and all that, and he threw himself on the floor, on the stair, like, at the end of the stairs, I wasn't about to drag him up them stairs, so I said, you know what, fine, lay there. The boys went upstairs, and I started cleaning. I put my music on in the kitchen, not loud, just a little bit, and I started cleaning up and doing the dishes and picking up the living room, and then I stepped over him and was walking up, taking the girls' stuff back up to their room, walked back down, came in, started vacuuming, and he was like, hello, don't you hear me? And completely blocking it out. Then next thing you know, it was like 5 minutes later, he quit. He just quit on his own. He got quieter, and then he quit. And then he wanted to eat his tacos, and then I said, all right, when you're done, I said, you need to go to your room now. And he said, fine. And he went up to his room, and look, when I came back upstairs, I sat downstairs for a second. I reheated my coffee to reheat it up because I didn't get to drink it. And that's when I decided, okay, it's quiet. Let me take a minute to myself. Nobody was downstairs. And then when we came back up, he was already in his bed on his own, laying there, just laying there. Now he wanted me to turn the light off. He never wants to go to sleep with the light off. And no TV, ever. It's a bit. So see what I mean? That is probably the only thing that I have found that will help, is by zoning him out. don't panic myself, don't get overstimulated, don't get overwhelmed where I'm like gonna have a breakdown because I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Because I feel like the more that I feed into him or get onto him or whoop his butt or say, no, you're not gonna act like this, and sit him down or take this away or whatever the hell, drag him out where everyone has to leave the fucking restaurant, and Saya got what he wanted, was what? To ruin the whole fucking day. If I do that, it makes it worse, but I've noticed zoning him out and just, it works. I don't know if you guys, so the reason why I stayed alive, which I didn't think he was gonna stay acting like that, was so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I deal with. But I was trying to ignore him, right? So I don't know if you've seen, but remember how I was saying, like, sometimes, like, if you ignore, he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna destroy this, I'm gonna kick this, or I'm gonna knock this over, because he wants a reaction, right? And then when you get onto him, he's gonna really throw a fit. Do you know what I'm saying? He was kicking my purse to knock my phone over, right? When I would get onto him, then he started getting more fit throwing, louder, you know, because then my attention was on him, right? He got what he wanted. Then when I was ignoring him eating, he was saying, leave me alone, leave me alone. And I wasn't even talking to him, fucking with him. I was trying to zone him out. And he kept, you know what I'm saying? But if you stick to it and completely, he'll quit. He will literally quit because he's not getting what he wants. But the second I give him the tension, that's when he'll get louder, throw a fit more, because my eyes are then on him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm distracted from what else I was doing. So it's really hard sometimes to, like, not feed into it. But I have to, like, especially out in public. But, ooh, I whooped his butt, though I did. I think it's hard, as I say, like, we need therapy again, but it's just hard. I just want a good therapist. I don't want to go through the situation we went through again. You know, it's just to zone it out and literally, like, freaking let him gather himself together, and he'll be like, okay, I'm wasting my breath. Yeah, they want a reaction for sure. Good or bad, yep. So if I would have got up and said, fuck it, no one's eating, we're leaving the restaurant, now, sometimes you do have to do that because you have to respect other people around you, right? Being in public and stuff, interrupting others, but there was no one in there. There was one person standing in line getting a DoorDash at that, so that means he was going to be the in and out, you know? And I was just, like, telling Saya, like, you know, look at everyone looking at you, but there was no one in there. If there was, I probably would have really left, but I don't want him to win to where he's like, yeah, I got what I wanted. I ruined everyone's night. Now everyone's upset. Now no one can eat. You know what I mean? Type shit, like, you know. So, and it all started with us ordering from the little screen. And then, I don't know why I was like, Bryce, why the fuck did you have to do this? But at the same time, doesn't mean Saya should even act like that. But I guess they were getting their drinks. I had already got mine. And I always let Saya do his own drink and shit, because that he, like, you know, independency, okay? And I picked us all Pepsis on the thing, but they just give you the cup. So in reality, you can get whatever drink you want, you know what I'm saying? But I picked Pepsi. So Saya likes to go and get all the flavors. He's always done that at every place. If he can do it himself, he gets all the flavors. And Bryce said, no, you can only get Pepsi. You have to get what Mom paid for. So then there goes Saya throwing a fit, coming over here, saying that I'm not getting nothing because Bryce said I can only get what you paid for. And I said, no, you can get whatever you want, baby. I was like, that's just what I had to put on the screen. I was like, but if you do it yourself, you can choose what you want. So just get whatever one you want. And he said, no. You bought me Pepsi, and I don't want Pepsi. And Bryce said I can only get Pepsi because that's what you paid for. And I was like, you can get what you want, Saya. Well, I don't want Pepsi. So that's what started it right there, was the freaking drinks. I was like, Bryce, why did you freaking tell him that? Because now he's hooked on even if I tell him, no, you can do what you want, he's hooked on, nope, well, you paid for Pepsi, so now that's it. I can only get Pepsi. So then he no longer wanted a drink. He just had a cup of ice. So I was like, well, then fine. So then don't drink nothing at all. How about that? Then sit down and have nothing then. So then he just sat there throwing a fit. All like pissed off, not wanting to eat his food. And then he was silent. So that's why I was like, okay, well then just sit there and you can eat it at home. So then I decided to go live. But then there he went, And then it went from that to wanting fries. But he had asked me, I had asked him, all he wanted was 2 tacos. So then he no longer wanted the tacos, he wanted fries. After I ordered the tacos, he got the tacos. So I was like, fuck, no. We ain't doing this. That's how it started. Then it was the end of the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard. So that's what he has, guys. He, was diagnosed with ADHD here recently. It's only been about, 2 months probably? And ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder or something like that. And it is a struggle. We've dealt with this for a long time. I mean, he's not as bad as he used to be. It used to be every day, all day. There was never, every blue moon, we'd have maybe one good day. Y'all remember, I couldn't even do nothing. I couldn't even barely go live. And it was my only income, my only job at the time. Even if I wanted to start working out of the home, I couldn't even get him to go to Head Start. I could just to have a break so I can, work. I couldn't even get him to go. It was embarrassing. So, we're struggling, but we have more good days. Like, he can go a few days straight of doing really, really good. And then out of nowhere, it's just really, really bad. So it's not like it used to be where it was every day, all day, every day, all day. He's gotten a lot better. And now he like when he's home and if the girls aren't here, he stays to himself. And I think that's what helps him the most is he will literally stay to himself, stay in his room, doing his own thing. You won't hear from him. And I can get shit done. The boys can do their own thing without him. Because he used to go and mess with the boys, too, just to get under their skin. And it was a problem, dude. Oh, my gosh. Like, he would go and, press the Xbox button and make it turn off in the middle of their game. He would just do things that was just horrible. Kick their door. So now he don't do things like that unless he's in a mood like this. And like I said, it's usually, when the girls come, it's, jealousy. But yeah, usually, now he'll, stay in his own area, and he likes to kind of be doing his own thing. But, oh my God, y'all. No, I haven't talked about the plastic surgery yet, because, Saya done ruined it. Just kidding. Yeah, he deals with a lot of jealousy with the girls here. And it stresses us all out. It makes us where we can't even enjoy shit. Not even, going to church and shit. I'd rather not take him. And I hate it to be that way, but literally it's too much stress and overwhelming, for us to do anything, so we'd rather just not. But I did tell everyone, I was like, you know what, one of these days, when I have the extra money again, like, I'm gonna get a babysitter for Saya, and I'm gonna take them to go do something where we can actually 100% enjoy it, and they can actually enjoy themselves, you know, without us having to deal with, like, how Saya will start acting, because it is hard for us to even go out to eat. Girl, I don't know how I do it either. It's really hard, but I'm trying, you know what I mean? And I try not to have a panic attack, but, like, I think after, because it's already been, he's been acting like this since Friday. Honestly, he started acting like this, like, the day before the girls came, probably, like, Thursday. I want to say, maybe even Wednesday. He started acting a little throwing a fit when I would turn the TV off, or getting the remote and turning it back on. Like, he was doing shit like that. Like I said, it comes in waves, but I think today, him doing it, and I was already wore out, and I just wanted to, you know, grab a bite to eat. I'm gonna start my diet back tomorrow. You know, just, I don't know, I was already overwhelmed, you know, to where I was just like, oh, I was over it, you know. I can't wait till his dad gets his shit together. Hopefully one day, Jesus, please, where he gets his own, you know, and he can be good and a great role model and a good father, to where I could say, come pick your son up for the weekend. I need a break. It's your turn. And he can, you know, have a father role model, and, like, discipline. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I always get so scared, I think, y'all, because I'm so worried that, like, fuck, I have to, like, y'all know I've been trying to get him help, and, like, you know, we've been working on it the past year, right? So a lot of people talk shit, but little do they know they're either new here or they've missed a lot of things that we've been working on Saya's situation for about a year now. And we've come a long ways, okay? It's not like we just ain't doing nothing, because I have been working on it and getting the help that we need, and, you know, we've gone through things, okay? We've taken the steps that we need to, but I think we do need to see if there's any other different type of therapy besides that same company that we went through, because I'm not going to do that again. I need to put another trash bag in my trash can. So yeah. But, it's rough, because I get scared that, like, okay, when he's a teenager, are we gonna struggle? Do you know what I mean? When he gets older, is he gonna end up getting into trouble? Is he gonna end up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. His behavior can cause issues when he's older, at jobs, with other kids, getting into bad shit, you know, going to jail, you know, and I don't want to, it worries me, it really does, because my brother was kind of the same way, and my brother stayed in a lot of trouble. And my mom tried everything too. It would stress out the whole family. I remember it would stress out everyone, and my mom would be overwhelmed and, like, doing everything and embarrassed and getting, it was just, God. He was on meds, and, oh, man. So today, I'm like, I'm like I'm panicky, like, anxiety feeling. But thank you, Jesus, though, y'all. When he got home, I was just like, I literally was in the middle of having a panic attack. And then my friend messaged me, which I think kind of, like, helped me calm down a little bit for a moment. And I was like, and Saya was screaming in the background. He threw himself down, like, not down the stairs, he threw himself at the end of the stairs, because he didn't want to get upstairs. I told him to get upstairs and he can throw a fit in his room. So, nope, he didn't want to, and I was about to drag him up the stairs because he's freaking heavy and he'll, like, dead weight and kick, and I'm not gonna do that and us fall down the stairs. So I was like, forget it, lay there then. So I was, like, already at that point of, like, I was gonna start crying, dude. Like, just thinking about it now, I can't breathe. But yeah, completely ignoring him and silencing him out, and then just focusing my mind to help me not focus and be overwhelmed of hearing him. I focused my mind. I was like, let me also see what I can do to help myself as well. Clean. So I started picking up and cleaning, because then I was focused on cleaning to zone him out, and that is what helped. And I'm so surprised he ended up gathering himself together, sitting on the couch, and then he wanted to eat, so I told him you can eat it at the table. And then he got up and ate it at the table, and I told him, now you need to get to your room now. And he said, fine. And he went up the stairs to his room and laid in his own bed. Like, I was so shook, because I think if it would have drug out longer, I probably would have had a panic. I probably would have cried tonight, for sure. But it's hard. It is so overwhelming, y'all. Especially when it goes on for days. He's been doing this, like I said, since the end of last week. Or this, like Thursday or Friday. And through the weekend was so bad. Bryce had to literally, like, get him out of the car to get him into the hotel because he was throwing a fit. We had to physically grab him to get him out of the trampoline park. Oh, y'all. Yeah, so I think not only to help him, by ignoring him and not giving him the attention and not letting him win and be like, okay, I'm ruining things. Okay, I'm upsetting them. Haha. I don't care even if he's going to destroy stuff or he'll throw himself around. Go for it then. I'm just going to. But a lot of times I do because I can hear him and I get it like triggers you. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh my gosh. So you just want to get them to stop, but I think I noticed tonight, making to help me ignore him without it affecting me, and getting overwhelmed, I had to distract myself. Not only was I, ignoring him and not giving him the attention and acting like he don't exist, I had to also help distract my mind. So getting up and cleaning and doing something helped me. So I think next time, from now on, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start focusing on doing stuff, moving around, and he sees that, okay, she's out here not unbothered. It's going to help. Because a lot of times, I'll just let him throw a fit and I'll sit next to him in silence. But I'm like panicking or I'm like this, It's hard. And he'll just keep on, or he'll kick me, or, something. Or I'll walk out of the room and close the door, but then he'll be screaming his head off. But I think him seeing me unbothered, walking around him doing shit, it helped for some reason. And it helped me too. So whether I put headphones in my ears and start walking around picking shit up or something, I think from now on, that's what I'm going to do. Because even if I, like I said, go to another room, he will go to the door and scream underneath the door, kick the door, or throw a fit, or bang on, something. It just makes it worse. So, you stick him in his room by himself, it's the same shit. So sometimes I have to sit in there with him, because he'll destroy shit. But I think him seeing me physically, like, unbothered, walking around doing shit helped. So, and it helped me too. So, I'm going to try that. We learned that tonight. And I was actually really shook that he got up and gathered himself together on his own, ate, and then went upstairs like I told him to, and laid himself in his bed. And then, I just had to come upstairs and ask him, like, are you okay? And he was like, yeah. Put his pajama pants on, and then he said he wanted his light off. Okay. It's hard, y'all. And a lot of people come for me, and I know there's going to be clips, but the reason why I'm leaving it up is so other people can kind of see, because I know other people go through that, or they know how it is as a mom. and we can all learn from the situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can also look back at things like this to help me too. So I know I'm going to get heat for it. I know I'm going to get pushed down more, even though I'm already dealing with a lot as a single parent and like everything else. I know I am, but it's okay. It's hard, y'all. It really is. It's not easy to do everything by myself, and I know a lot of people do it. And I'm a parent, but I also struggle with issues myself. So me having issues, dealing with other issues in my home, plus outside world issues, it's a lot of weight. I do truly have a lot on my shoulders and a lot on my plate. And some days I don't know how the F I do it. Some days I don't know if I can do it. But I'm still here and I still try every day, but ooh, y'all, it's a tough battle. It really is. And you know, I just hope it gets better, because I always think too, because you guys know, like, I want a family and I want, you know, I do, but then I don't, but then I do, but then I don't. But I'm just like, shit, if I was dating and then I deal with this in my household, it's gonna be overwhelming to where I won't ever be able to date, because they're gonna be like, what the fuck, we can't even go somewhere and bring your kids along, you know what I mean? And I don't want it to be that way. So it affects a lot of things in my life. It really does, you know, to where, like, I don't know, I just can't, like, I guess, live a normal life. I can't wait till Bradley gets out and helps me, though, to where I can sometimes have, you know, free time and go out and do something without dealing with it. But we also need therapy still, because then maybe we can enjoy it with him if we get some therapy. I don't know. So I'm gonna talk to his doctor about it. Like, is there any other companies, like, besides the one with the pedophiles? Because that dude literally got arrested, and I don't even want to fuck with that company, because the fact that they didn't even notice it, the things he was doing, fuck that. I ain't even gonna fuck with that company at all. Nope. He is steady on his meds. He did miss a couple days when he was super sick, but that was because he was so sick he didn't even want to, like, I couldn't even get him to take it. I can feel my heart racing, y'all. Like, I can't breathe. I think I'm having anxieties. Wow, Lori, really? Yeah, it is really hard. And I hate that. Bryce was helping me. Was it earlier today? Or was that yesterday? And I was trying to get him to take his medicine. And sometimes Bryce can, like, I don't know why. Sometimes, like, if he don't listen to me, he'll listen to Bryce. So sometimes I'll have to have Bryce help me. Because I don't know whether, you know, I know it's not Bryce's responsibility because he's a kid. But sometimes Saya will listen to him. So he was like, Saya, he came in the room and he was like, Saya, you need to take your medicine. Come on, so that way it won't take long. You know, because I was like, maybe you can get him too. Because he was like, I'm telling you, when the girls are here, it's bad. And, he wouldn't, and, you know, so I was trying to comfort him, like, let's just get it taken so that way we can, you know, you can watch your show and whatever, and, you know. And then he started kicking me for no reason. I was literally sitting there. I was like, here, baby, look. And I put the flavored water, and then, boom, he just started kicking me. And doing the, every time I would say something. And Bryce was like, you do not kick Mom. Like, there's no need for that, you know what I mean? We don't kick and we don't hurt nobody. And there's no, you know, like, so it's like, if anyone witnesses it, it's Bryce. He'll do things like that for no reason. And I don't understand why anyone ever deal with their child doing that. Because Saya will do that. He does it in the morning too, when I get him ready for school. Like, if I have to wake him up, and then I have to, like, get him dressed, like, while I'm putting his pants on, he'll start kicking me, or he'll start, and then I don't, like, it's so hard because I don't know what to do in those moments. And then he'll, like, jam my nail or something, and I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? And you just want to freak out. But you're running out of time, and I don't ever get those moments. But you whoop his butt, then that's when he'll throw himself around and physically harm himself, then act like he's choking. Like, he'll do stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh my God, y'all, he will. I'm not even playing you. I'm not even joking. It's that bad. I have whooped his butt for it, and he will literally.
Welcome back to Raining Sounds.
Alexa, stop. That's one thing that I could say that I'm really fucking over it. And there's only, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does anyone have a child that was diagnosed with ODD? Well, he did have an in-home therapist that came here. Because they were going to help us with everything, including trying to teach Messiah to be independent. Because Saya still, sometimes he will. Remember, I would tell y'all there was days where, like, he dressed himself. He undressed himself. He this, he that. But it's very rare that he does that. I have to dress him. He acts like he does not know how to. Even if I say, no, you're doing it. No, he won't. It doesn't matter how. Like, he will not undress himself, put his pajamas on. Like, in the mornings, he just says, I can't, or I this. He will not want to, he, like, won't want to shower, or, like, and he's old enough to do these things on his own. He's already at that age. He should be. Do you know what I'm saying? And he just will not. So the in-home therapy was going to get us, you know, they were even going to come before school and try to get him, they were going to work with us on getting him to dress himself, undress himself, but then you guys know what situation, thank God, we never got that far, but that was the next steps. Teach him how to shower. We were going to work on those things and being independent, and I can't, y'all, it's a struggle, y'all. Like, what do you do? What do I do? Force it in his mouth? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get him to freaking brush his teeth, but every here and there, he'll do it here and there. And I'm like, yay, and I praise him, and I'm like, hell yeah, baby, like, you know, let me see your teeth, and like, yeah, you're so clean, and we have to take care of ourselves, and, you know, I'll try to get him to do it when I do it, but praising him when he does do good, it still doesn't seem to interest him to keep doing it. I don't know why. We've tried prizes, and there's times where, like, I can't even get him to fucking brush his teeth, y'all. Like, I have to, like, force him, and I hate that. We've tried to make it a game. We've tried to make it a whole big thing where we all do it at one time. I've had talks with him. Oh man, it's so hard. I mean, I had to start doing, like, bath bombs and stuff to get him to take a bath. And he used to love baths, and, like, it's like the older he got, he didn't want to no more. Like, he didn't want to take a bath, or he didn't want to change his clothes. The older that he's gotten, I've known, you know, things have gotten more of a struggle, and that's why we started with therapy, and then we started seeing a specialist, and then we started sending him, you know, out of town to get testing done and stuff, because I'm like, something's wrong here. And then y'all know we barely 2 months ago found out that he has ADHD and ODD. We've done the chart rewards, we've done the prizes, we've done the earning things, we've done the praising, we've done the all of that. We trust and believe. We've talked about this on my page so many times. We've done it all. The school too. He wasn't this bad when he was little. So when y'all seen him all baby with the little curly hair and stuff, when he was like barely talking and shit, he wasn't like, we didn't really have a whole lot of struggle. It wasn't until he got older where he was like really talking and like older aged when we started having issues. So no, like back when Bradley was like around, Saya was so little that it wasn't at the age of like where issues started happening. You know what I'm saying? Like he was little. I mean, he was barely fucking even talking. But I don't know. I'm starting to think we need to change medicines. China, I tell Saya that. I tell him, do you want, and he hates the dentist. I'm like, do you want to have to go to the dentist because you're going to get rotten teeth? And then he watched Blaze get his teeth pulled out, okay? But Blaze he got his teeth pulled out because, for his braces. But I told him, do you want to, your teeth to rot out to where they have to pull them out? Or they fall out and then they hurt, or I tell him this and he don't give a fuck. I tried to put fear. Trust me. He don't work. I've babied him. I've tried to. I think he is. See, someone mentioned that too. Someone had mentioned that too, sensory issues. And I'm like, no, he don't. But the more that like I'm learning about it, I guess, and then people bring it up, the more I'm like trying to like pay attention. I'm wondering if he does have sensory issues because he gets mad now. He wasn't like this when he was littler. It's the older that he's getting that we're now like new struggles are happening. So Bradley doesn't really understand it because he fucking hasn't been around since Saya. In Bradley's mind, Saya's still this 2-year-old with cute little curly hair, walking around jibber jabbing. You know what I'm saying? Being his goofy self, But Bradley doesn't even understand either because he hasn't. Saya's gonna be 7 years old. I don't know, but he now doesn't really like the music too. He doesn't like loud music. He doesn't like things turned up. Music mainly. I guess the TV doesn't sometimes bother him, but it's like the TV. I mean the music. He then was uninterested in taking baths or showers or anything. I'll go through phases of, remember when I was like telling y'all he was wanting to take showers? And he was, and I was letting him do it by himself, and I was like, oh my god. And he did it for like a week straight. And then now he don't like it no more again. I don't know what the fuck. He started being like, where I would have to like get a bath bomb or like, to get him to take a bath. And he used to love them. I don't know. He don't now. It's a struggle like for him wanting to brush his teeth. He just says, no, I don't want to. No. Or I don't know. I don't know. And I wonder if it is. I don't know. Saya is a picky eater. And remember I told y'all, like, I had thought, could it be autism or something, remember? But no, he had all the testing done, and it's not. Because he does, like, the baby talking and stuff. Like, even when he throws a fit, he'll, like, act like a baby, I guess. Or, I don't know. He does a, that pisses me off. That kid, did anyone else kid does that? Oh, that shit pisses me off. And then every time you say something, they're like, oh, I want to, boo. But, it's so hard. It's very stressful. But I think that when he acts like that, even whenever he's not throwing a fit and he baby talks, because I do baby talk to him too sometimes, and the hater page just pointed that out, and I'm like, oh, I do that. I didn't even notice. Maybe it's that, or maybe that's a part of the attention thing, is acting like a baby, even when he's in a great mood or when he's in a bad mood. Is it an attention thing? I don't know, but he does that too. No, I'm not trying to depend on Bradley at all, girl. That dude's MIA. But I be getting on to Bradley's, telling him, like, bro, you need to get your fucking shit together, bro, because you need to be the father. You need to be that father and that dad that he needs, because he needs someone firm, like a man, role model up in his life. Because mama, you know what I'm saying? It's just different with boys. I think it's for attention, huh? And one of the doctor people or whatever the fuck said it was his age. That's just him at that age. And I'm just like, you know how many kids I've had, bruh? He's the only one that has ever done this. All of my children. It is very draining. What's stimming? What is him stimming baby talk? And I know I still baby talk him, but it's not like I stay talking to him and baby talk all the time. But it's mainly like when I'm loving on him, I think. Or like, you know, when he wakes up in the morning, or when I'm gonna go and show him love or affections, or, you know what I mean? That's when I'll kind of like baby talk. But I feel like we even do that with our husbands. But, so I don't know. But I don't just like stay constantly talking to him baby talk. It's mainly like that. I noticed that's what I do. It is more of like when I'm being lovey. But maybe I need to not at all, and it's a big habit for me. So I think sometimes I don't even recognize it. Because I do that with all my kids. So, I don't know. Sometimes he'll listen to Bryce. Not always, though. Especially when he's really, you know. Not always. So Bryce does have to help me. Or there's times, like I said earlier, to get him to take his medicine. I had to get Bryce to come and try to help me. Because sometimes, like I said, sometimes he'll... Because that's his brother, you know, and he's a boy. I don't know. He'll kind of listen to him, but not earlier. Bryce couldn't even help me either. He was like, nope, and then he started kicking me. And Bryce was like, you don't kick mom. You don't do that, you know what I mean? And so I was just, today was one of those, yesterday too was one of those days. Yesterday was really bad. I had to pull the car over driving home like 50 million times. He don't always listen to Bryce though, but Bryce will try. But there's times Bryce does help a lot. There's times where he will get him like, but Bryce has to like, which is not good, because I feel like that's whenever Saya's like, okay, I'm getting the attention that I want, because Bryce will kind of like comfort him, love him, baby him, I guess, in a way. Not really baby him, but be like, Saya, come on. Like, let's just, like, he'll like get on his level and kind of like, rub him at the same time. And I think he gets babied, and then Saya's like, yeah, I get the attention, so yeah, all right. I'm gonna, okay. You know what I mean? So it helps sometimes when it's really extreme, especially when we're in public and we need to get out of the situation because it's time to go, or and Saya's just like, you know what I mean, or something. But I feel like it's not good though, because then Saya's getting what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting the attention, I guess. But sometimes I do need Bryce's help at that time, like I said, especially if we're in public and we need to leave. And Saya, like, I can't drag him out of there. So it's hard. I don't know. It's really hard, and we need a therapist, because all of these are the things that, I think they could help us with and talk us through, and I could share that too, like with Bryce too, and like, what do we, what's right, what's not right, what's the right way to do things, how do you handle it, even when you're overstimulated or overwhelmed, or, And I think other people who don't deal with it as parents and they don't have a child like this, they don't understand. So they think like, oh, well, if you just change this, then it would solve the problem. And it doesn't work that way. He is jealous for sure, because it's worse when the girls are around. It's like instantly the second they're here, psh, oh, Jesus, it's so bad. For sure, he's jealous. For sure. That's like a number one. Ding, ding, ding. But he still struggles, even, like I said, when the girls aren't here. But it is it to the max. It's like doubled when the girls are here. He'll have great days for days, and then he'll have shitty days, and then he'll have great days, and then it'll be bad. It's just like he'll have great days at school, and then he'll have horrible days at school, to where he's in trouble. He didn't want to do nothing. They couldn't get him to this. They couldn't get him to freaking leave the gym. They couldn't. The teacher had to go and get him. The principal had to go and get him. He didn't want to go into school. He didn't want to get in the car. He didn't want to get out of the car. And then he'll have days where he'll get up, get dressed, get in the car, get out of the car, walk to the class by himself. They'll give him a star and write a little note and say he did so good today, and he did all his work. He did all the tasks with everyone. He did it all. I'm like, okay, it's literally like bipolarness. I do notice. That's why I said I know that it's worse when the girls are here, and I know it's an attention thing. We all know it. The girls get overwhelmed and stressed too, and they get over it. All the kids do. We all do, because it's a big situation, you know what I mean? And we gotta stop doing what we gotta do because Messiah, or we gotta, It helps me, and it does make me feel better when I can talk through these things like this. Yes. So that's why I said we kind of need a therapist, because, and I feel like a behavioral therapist, you know what I mean? Like a regular therapist, they can only go so far, you know what I'm saying? Like a behavioral therapist. But sitting and talking with other moms or anything like that have struggled with it, versus just like someone who hasn't, helps me. And even if, I think just getting it out too helps. It helps. I don't know. It does help. It helps me. Talking about anything that I go through helps me. Fuck anxiety. Yeah, I gotta try not to baby talk. I especially do it whenever I'm being affectionate. That's when the instant baby talk it's like when I'm being affectionate. Or when he wakes up, good morning. You know what I mean? I do that to my other kids too, though. The girls too, like when Shia gets up, or I did it to Anaya too. I don't know. I think I mainly do it when it's affectionate. I don't know what even ever started that. I don't know. So we were supposed to have a meeting last week, but we had to cancel it because of being so freaking sick. I was so sick. I wouldn't have been able to even leave the house. I didn't even get to leave the house last week. So we got to reschedule it now that he's better. I mean, we're still sick. He's still sick too, but it's just that lingering cough and that lingering nose stuffies, bullshit. But he's good enough to go back to school, and like, I gotta go to work tomorrow and everything. Well, they don't have no school tomorrow, but I gotta go back to work. So they're gonna start him, I believe, with speech therapy or speech therapy, something like that. He's gonna get some type of therapy or class or some type of help. And then I don't know. I'll learn that day, but I had spoke to the nurse, and I want to say he thought that they were going to start him on some type of IEP, but I know he's going to do some type of speech for sure. So I don't really know what all that is, but I guess I'll learn about it, but I don't really know what it exactly it is that they do. So hopefully whatever it is, and we can get that going, and maybe it'll start helping him, So we'll see. But it's taken the school months and months since the beginning of the year. And we're already getting close to the end of the year before getting him some type of help. But hopefully now we'll be in the right direction to where we'll already be ready for next year, to where, like, I don't think we have to go through the whole process again if he's already getting the help, the end of this year. Once he starts his first grade, they'll already start him in that stuff, I believe. So, but it's taken them so long, because I think you guys are the ones that pointed it out, and I'm starting to like notice. I think maybe he does have sensory issues. He does need a behavioral therapist, yeah. And I'm going to speak with his doctor to see if there's any other companies or if the one that he was on where the guy got fucking arrested. Oh, it makes me mad that I even had him in my home. If, that's the only one, or if there's other ones, or if we can even travel. But the thing is they come to your home, you know what I mean? Where they could see the child in their comfort zone and in their natural habitat, and you know what I'm saying? Which is good. They also do it at school too. They'll, like, a couple days out of the week or something, go to the school, and they'll have some therapy there at the school, and it's really good versus just like going to a doctor's office kind of, to see therapy. Like, it's so much better. So that's what we need. But man, it just makes me mad that they had that stupid guy. So now it like gives me anxiety, because I feel like, fuck, you can't trust no one in your home. But we need it. We need something. I'm sure they've gotten new ones. I would hope. Yes, his therapist, his behavioral therapist that came to our home, he got arrested for petty stuff. Yep. And Saya was already, you'll have to read, you can look it up, search it up and read it. And I'm so glad, because he was fixing to start trying to work on getting Messiah to be independent by dressing himself and things like that. And before we got to that point, he was arrested, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, multiple counts. So it has run shit for me with trust with Saya. It fucking, oh God, y'all, it really, I don't know. So there went that, you know, but we need it, man. I don't know. He was arrested for pedo stuff with boys. You read, I'm not going to speak on it. You'll have to go and find the report and read it. That'll tell you right there. And literally, do y'all remember me going live and talking about his therapy? Remember I was telling y'all that they were going to show up before, we had already scheduled for him to start showing up before school hours to help him get ready for school, and he was going to teach him how to start taking a shower instead of taking baths, and to undress himself and dress himself to be independent, to learn independency. And I'm so glad we never went to that. And when I read all the reports, they said the same thing. They checked him for constipation. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember me speaking and telling you guys that he checked Messiah 2 times with a Doppler, and I guess he legally was not allowed to do that because he didn't have permission, or like, he checked Saya 2 separate appointments to see if he was constipated, and I, as a parent, didn't know, because I'm like, okay, he's a specialist, he knows what he's supposed to be doing, and he was saying that constipation could cause behavioral problems, so he was checking to see if, like, maybe he was constipated, that could cause, remember? And then I ended up giving Messiah Miralax or something like that the ER said was okay to give him to try to get him. I was like, okay, maybe he is backed up. And when he checked him on the thing 2 times, he was both times constipated. Oh no, y'all will just have to read the report. And Saya was, thank God we didn't get further into it to snap that he wasn't supposed to be doing those things, and it wasn't a part of the therapy. But me as a mom, you trust these people. You're like, okay, they're specialists. My doctor is the one who referred me to him. My doctor is the one who said, you need to do this. This is a part of this. So this is a specialist. They're coming in. So to me, I'm like, okay, this is normal, right? Like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. So I wasn't aware until seeing that and how many counts he had. And it was all with boys. And it was all with him saying that the kids were constipated, doing suppositories on them. And I'm so glad I didn't get to that. Talking about getting the dressing and undressing for independency, taking showers for independency, and no one knew until somebody reported it. And then all the families spoke on it and said the same thing happened to them. And I was like, oh my God. It was 1 week before Messiah's first appointment for him to show up before school. He was going to come at 7 in the morning because school started at 8, you know, whatever. So he's like, I could come at 7 and we'll work on trying to work with him being independent, learning independency by, you know, being able to dress himself and get himself ready for school. And I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. Which, it, you know, is something that Saya does need to learn, because he's almost 7 years old and I don't need to be undressing him, dressing him, You know, what I'm saying, he's old enough to be doing those things, which I think is something that he does need to learn, and I need to work on that. But I wasn't aware that, like, it was something else. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I was thinking, okay. So these parents had reported him doing ultrasounds on them, which he was not medically allowed to do. He did ultrasounds on Messiah 2 times. The second time, he put Messiah upside down because Messiah was throwing a fit, not letting him. So this was the second time that he tried again, because he could barely see the first time because Messiah was like throwing a fit, and I was like, come on, Saya, like, you know, he's got to check your belly, and he was like, you know what I'm saying, and I thought it was normal, and you know how what that does to a mom afterwards when you see that. I freaking bawled and bawled and bawled, and I was furious because I was like, what the hell? As a mom, like, you feel guilt. Like, how did I, like, you know, I let this person in my house. I freaking let him, you know, play around with Saya and tickle his feet. He was doing that a lot, trying to get Messiah, like, in a good mood, because Saya was, like, not really engaging with him, I guess. But I thought it was normal because he was trying to, like, get Saya comfortable with him, to, like, do therapy with him and, like, you know, trust him and, like, you know, so he could do therapy. And so I didn't see nothing out of the normal, you know, because I was right there. He was never with him alone. I was always there. But it was, like I said, it was 1 week before the first appointment of trying to do the next step stuff. But he would do that with Saya, and I remember when he did the second ultrasound, like, he was tickling Saya and trying to make Saya, like, laugh and giggle and say, see, it doesn't hurt, and, like, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, baby, like, you know, it's just real quick. And he let Saya put the gel on it, and he was like, look on the camera, you see that? That's your tummy. And, you know, and then he put Saya upside down and he was tickling him. So then when Saya was like that, that's when he put the Doppler so he could see real quick. Because he's like, I need to see if and then he was explaining to me that what constipation can do. He's like, because if he is constipated, you know, there's things that we would have to do to get him unconstipated, because constipation can cause behavioral issues. Constipation can cause wetting the bed. So I was open with his doctor and his therapist that, okay, he's this age and he's also still wetting the bed. Is this normal? Like, I've tried everything and it doesn't work. Well, now I need professional help. Like, since you're a professional, what do I do about this? Can you teach me? You know what I mean? Because that's the whole point. He told me, yeah, I talked about all this with you guys. Remember, before he got arrested, I would come live and tell y'all how it was going and you know, what directions we're going in. Because I feel so guilty as a mom because I had no idea. Because I trusted, because my doctor recommended us. He was supposed to be a specialist. This is what he, you know, don't trust nobody. And that has put fear in my heart now to where, like, I'm like, we need therapy, but I don't know fucking to allow people to come in my house. Now I don't know what they should or shouldn't be doing. Now I feel like, okay, like, so it's really hard. But he had said, you know, constipation could cause wetting the bed. It could be the one to cause behavior problems. It can cause sleep issues. It could be la 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 la. So, but he was legally not allowed to even do ultrasounds on kids, and he did them. There was a lot of counts, and I was supposed to also go file, but I never did because it was too much. And at that time, I was going through so much, and I'm like, I don't need to add this to it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to that extra point that other families did, thank God. But I already did have a case against him because he illegally did 2 ultrasounds on Messiah. But I did it. And Bradley kept telling me, you need to do it because you could sue the whole company. And I was like, I know. But mentally, there was so much going on in that time that, like, mentally, I was like, I can't fucking deal with another thing. Like, and I really should have. But Saya didn't. Saya was never alone with him. Never. We didn't get to that point, thank God. I don't know if I could still file against him. But he illegally did 2 ultrasounds on Messiah. 2 separate times, 2 separate appointments. But Saya was never alone with him. Thank you, Jesus. I feel like it was a week before the appointment of him coming before school. And I'm so glad that happened, like, before, and, like, you know what I'm saying, before we kept doing more appointments. So it has run the trash. It affected my household. It made me feel shitty as a mom. It made me really want to be protective over Saya. Oh, y'all, you don't even know. And I spoke with it, I think, like, the last appointment with his doctor, we brought it up. And I had to talk about it with Saya's school too, about like their, you know, because they had asked if he's been through therapy, and I had to bring it up, and they're like, oh, because the schools, I think, were the ones that reported him the first time. And I think that's where it started. It was from the schools reporting. Thank God. I don't know what the situation was, and then families started reporting it. But, I had to speak with it about, you know, with his doctor, and she was like, yeah, I mean, you know, she's like, I feel so horrible of what families went through and how it affected them when their children, because the kids that really went through it, it's gonna cause them trauma for the rest of their life. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's so freaking sad. It makes me so sad because Saya could have been in that position. And I feel so bad for the parents and the children who it got too far with. And it just, God, just the thought of it. Let me tell you though, he's got it coming for him. I know being in jail with all that, they'll handle his ass. But I don't understand how somebody could be that way. And I thought he seemed like a good guy. You know, he really, that right there shows you, and it really opened my eyes, that you cannot trust no one. They will play the part in your face. They will play the part and you will be blindsided. You will have zero idea, like, oh no, never, really? No, there's no way. And behind closed doors, they're a freaking monster. You cannot trust nobody, believe nobody, because they will play you in front of your face, and you'll be like, there's no way. Straight up. And that's what it did to me. Oh man, y'all, like, I remember going live saying like, oh, I'm so excited to start this, you know, it was our first appointment, he came to the house, and like, you know, he was really good with Saya, and he was trying to build that trust with Saya, so he was trying to like play with Saya, and he even told Saya, show me like all your cars, which ones are your favorite, and you know what I mean, and I was like, as a mom, like, oh yay, you know, like, maybe this will help him, and I let this motherfucker in my fucking house. But I don't know. Bradley tells me that I needed to file while all the families were filing, because I could have sued the whole fucking company for them not paying attention to their own therapists doing things that they're not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So I kept it to myself, and I never had spoke on it because I knew how social media was, and it really affected everything. So that's why, you know, it kind of took a little longer getting Saya diagnosed, because we had to do it without the behavioral therapist, to where someone seen his behaviors, and you know what I mean. So it's been a struggle. It really has. But you know, the doctor was saying, like, you know, it affected everyone. It affected the parents. It affected the children who, you know, now are dealing with the trauma, you know, and the grooming, whatever, you know. But it had also affected the schools, because this person was working with children, going to the school and having school appointments, you know, because they also go to the schools and they do therapy at school too. So it affected everyone, was kind of shook, the whole community. She said, you know, it even affected the doctors, because they're the ones that referred the families to those therapists. Do you know what I mean? So it affected everyone. And I don't know. You just have that guilt as a mom. Is like, how the fuck, you know? But I don't know. No, he didn't have a record. I mean, I think everyone was really shook, to be honest, because he really played the part. I'll tell you what. When I first seen it, I was so shook. My heart hit my ass, I'll tell you that. And you know, and on the report, it said that it was all boys. It wasn't, there was no reports of like really him doing those things to like his female kids that he was doing therapy with. It was all the male kids he was working with. And Saya was one of them that he was gonna end up being, trying to, I guess, reel Messiah in. And I'm so glad it got stopped. Thank you, Jesus, before it happened. I'm so grateful for it. And oh man, y'all don't even understand when I think about it. Ooh, Bradley even too was like, ooh, let me catch him a bit. And that was at the time Bradley was in jail. When Bradley found out, he was like, he's in the other cell. He's like, he's lucky he's not in mine. Oh, y'all, that would have been it. For sure. Yeah, I have my guard up. That's what I'm saying. We need therapy, but I don't trust it. I don't even want to go through that same company. I don't know if there's another company. Because obviously that company wasn't paying attention to the shit that their therapist was doing. Do you get what I'm saying? They're just probably whatever for the money. So I don't know. We need it. We do. Saya could really benefit from it, but like I don't know who to trust now. And I don't know if there's other different companies or if that was the only company. I don't know. It's hard, but you know, it caused trauma in my household for sure, and trust issues. And I definitely will tell you this from that experience: if we ever did find a new therapy going on or whatever, Saya would never be left alone with any of the therapists. And now I know from the reports of what they can and can't do. And like I said, I will be, there the whole time. Oh yeah, that whole company's getting lawsuited. I don't even know if they already have done it or not, but should I try to see if I can file? So I had talked to a lawyer about it, and he said that he had took the other parents' cases, so he was willing to take mine. I think because he knew he could win it, so he wasn't asking for like a fee to start, I guess. Because usually before you even talk about the case, you have to pay like $100 or something, $200, But he had told me that I needed the medical records. I needed the records showing that the doctor referred him. I needed the records from the therapist company from all the times that he came and visited and like all the paperwork. He needed all that. So I was like, okay. So I had called that company, right, to get like his records, because that's what he said he had to have those. So I was like, okay. And they were shut down. It said that they were temporarily shut down. So I was like, okay, how the heck am I going to get his records from them? They're not going to give them to me. They're shut down. They shut down the whole thing. So I didn't know what to do. They shut it down. So then I was like so stressed about it and overwhelmed, and like it just made me sick, and I had other things going on too, and I was like, fuck it. We didn't get that far to that point. It's just too much, you know what I mean? So I just said F it. But it has caused me trust issues now to seek help for my child, behavioral help for my child that we clearly need. And I need it as a parent too, because like I said, they don't only work with the children, they also work with the parents to help the parents learn how to cope, learn how to go about things, how to deal with things, so it's not just for the kids, but it helps the parent, it helps the whole household. So it's something that we need, and it has affected my home to have trust to be able to get my son help or get myself help. No, there was no portal. I don't know. I need to try to figure it out, I guess. I just have so much mentally going on, but I guess I could do it. I mean, it would be suing them, I guess, right? So I know I can get the records from his doctor of the referral that they did, of them showing that they referred me to him. But when I had called to, like I said, it was just, there was so much going on in my life at that time. It was a lot, and oh, you know what I mean? But maybe I should. Maybe I should just do it. I mean, shit. Freaking sue. But I believe you have to be there at the courts and, you know, all that, going to court. And it's a big thing, you know, to take in. But I know other people were telling me you need to say something, because yes, he didn't get to that point like he did with the other boys that went through some stuff of, like, you know, I don't even want to say it, but thank God. But he did illegally do 2 ultrasounds on him, though. So I don't know how far we could go with the lawsuit, to be honest, but like what we would get from that. But I think that's really the only thing I could come against him with is I guess him doing 2, you know, ultrasounds that he legally wasn't able to do. But someone was telling me the more families that, like, say something, the more it will come against him to get him sent away. So, yeah. So I guess I probably need to just do it, even though it's a stressful situation, because I don't want to have to, like, I don't know. I think a lot of times my problem is that I will try to put something behind me and act like it no longer exists, so that way I can continue life. You know what I mean? Because it's too hard. So you kind of just, like, put it in a file in the back of your head to just act like it's not there no more, to keep going, you know? And I think that's what I struggle with, is I don't want it to exist. So I will file it up and put it away. I've done that with deaths, like losing people and then passing away. Certain ways of mourning, I've put it in a file and put it out, you know, and you really never heal from those things because of doing that. It's something that I struggle with. You know, it would probably help him have another charge for another count, like another family, to where the more he has, the longer, hopefully they'll sentence him longer, and he will never be able to do that again, you know? I don't even know if he's already had, I don't even know how to look into that, if he has already had court, if he's already been, you know? What does that mean? I guess, can you guys remind me? Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. But I know I'll have to go to his the doctor's office and get the medical records of the referral. And then, I guess try to go to the company and get the documents there. That's all he said I would need. And then a statement. Oh, he said, wait, what? He said I had to file a police report with my statement and then go get those records. That's what I had to do. Oh, I didn't talk about the plastic surgery stuff yet. I ended up dealing with Saya's behavioral stuff, so it kind of took a turn this evening, but I'll talk about it right tomorrow. I did contact the lawyer first. That's what I did last time, and the lawyer's the one that told me that I needed to get the medical records from showing that the doctor referred him, and then I needed to get the records from this therapist company of Saya being seen, like that he was a patient, and that I needed to do the police report. He said I had to do all that, and then take it to him, and then go from there. No, this was last year. It's already been a year. This was back in like I think February or March or April. It's already been a year. This was like, might have been February or March, I want to say. Because I think his very first therapy where he came to the house was in January. I have all the emails back and forth between him and our text messages back and forth. I even have a voicemail from him, and I saved it. Now, this is last year. It's been a while. Yeah, guys, time flies by fast. I could just never understand, like, and meeting him, you would have never thought. And I think that's what makes it worse, is like, dang, I was really manipulated, or, oh, dang, I was really blindsided. Like, you really played the part, and I think that's what makes it so worse and makes you have that guilt and that sickening feeling of like, what the fuck? Am I a fool? Like, how did I not? They're good at what they do. And I can't understand how people can do that to children. At that being around their parents and going into their home and being so confident that, oh, like, I can get away with this for so long. And like, how long has he been? I don't know, y'all. I don't get it. Like, if you felt that way and it was only towards the boys, it wasn't towards his girl patients. It said that in the report, that it was all like the males, kids, boys, I guess, not male. Well, yeah. Like, why not just, if they're sick, then it can't just be like I don't know. I don't understand what goes through their brain. Like, how, like, what, you're mental. You're, like, you know what I'm saying? You're sick. Like, there's something. How? I don't get that. Like, go get a boyfriend. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get what can trigger somebody's brain to do certain things. Like, and not just that situation, but like all the situations that go on with like serial KILs, you know, and like people like that, like the thing, you know, the stories that we hear, like Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you know what I mean? Like those type of stories, like how in their mind can just be okay with it, or like be, I don't get it, and I never will. How can people just do things like that and it sit right with them, and them just, and you hear these stories of people, and then right after that they just went to McDonald's and had a great meal. They went and partied after that, you know, they went and just, and I'm like, then they got tucked in bed and went to sleep, and it's like, what is wrong with it? Like, how? And it's so sad what people go through because people are like mental. Or yeah, they say that, some people say that it's because of what they went through as a child, and see, that's scary because look what you can do to someone's future because of what trauma they've been through as a child. Like, look, he did this to other kids as a child, and if he went through it as a child, and then look how he grew up and what happened. You're fucking other people's futures up, because when they get older, what if you ruin something for them and then they end up having issues when they're older and doing the same? Or, you know, it's just so horrible how people can just ruin people's lives because they need Jesus is what it is. Gosh. That's so sad. He's probably gonna F up these other kids' future when they get older. They may end up with problems, you know, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, and I pray that God just heals them and guides them throughout their whole life and protects them from all evil. Amen. And breaks curses and breaks chains. Amen. Because that is just so sad and scary. That's why I said, like, I'm so thankful that we didn't get to that point, that Saya's not going to have that trauma. To him, he doesn't even know. He has no idea, like, that anything was wrong, because we didn't get to that point, if you know what I'm saying. So God, y'all don't even know how, like, I cried and cried and cried about this, of like, oh my God, something bad could have happened. Oh my God, it was 1 week left of till our next appointment, and that was going to be the start of him coming to try to get Saya to take a shower on his own before school and get ready for school on his own. Oh, y'all don't even know. I'm just like, oh, thank God Saya did not have this trauma. But then I think of all these other kids that did, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and how their parents feel, you know? Like, to trust people in your home as a therapist that your doctor referred you to. What Victoria Martins? What's that one? It was July of 24, was it? Was it July? I thought it was like March or April. May, June, July? Was it? I have it saved. I'll have to look at my phone, but I could have sworn it was earlier than that. But y'all know my brain. My brain don't remember jack shit. But I have it all documented. And I remember guys, I had paused therapy for a little bit because that was whenever my sister had broke her ankle and like stuff like that. I took a break from it. Do y'all remember? And she was staying at the house and I was helping take care of her. And She had surgeries. Yeah, remember? So we just didn't have time for it. There was just so much going on, and so we had put a hold to it for a while, and then we put a hold to it for a little bit, and then I had called to get it started back up, and that's when we were going to start with the whole, that situation of him, like, teaching him how to, like, get dressed on his own and stuff, teaching him independency. Because he said when kids can have some type of independency, it can help them with their behaviors, feel more proud of themselves and more. And it made sense to me when he would tell me those things. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So I trusted him, you know, but he had bad intentions. Thank God, yeah, I had stopped the therapy because of that situation. I'm like, we don't have time for this right now. We could always pick it back up, you know? And I was struggling with getting Saya to daycare. I mean, not daycare, Head Start, and it was a hot mess. So we just kind of paused it all. And I was helping with my sister and stuff. Thank God, y'all. I'm telling you, it's like kind of like God was like, okay, I'm protecting y'all, you know? And things happen for whatever reason, maybe because of that situation. And God said, I'm not going to allow this. Yeah, that's why I said I have trust issues now. So if we ever got to that point, I definitely said I would never be left alone with anyone from forever. He will never be unattended, left alone with a doctor. I don't give a fuck. A dentist, a therapist, left alone. Never, ever, 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 ever. And they're not supposed to be either. I don't believe. Y'all can read the report. His name was, I already forgot, Jared, I believe. What was it? I already forgot. I think it was Jared. It's saved in my phone. I still have his contact saved. But I think I was just so, like, struggling with Saya that I didn't know. You know what I mean? This is the first time I had ever dealt with a behavior like this, and you know what I'm saying? So him being the specialist, and the doctor, you know, even said, like, oh, they'll help you with all those things. You know, I'm like, okay. I trusted it. I believed it because I trusted my doctor too. And they were, you know, this is a whole, like, serious thing. So they work with a lot of kids, so they know what they're doing, you know? So I guess you just don't think, I don't know. Maybe I am an idiot. What? You'll have to send it to me, China, because I had no idea about that. 10 families have reported him according to that article I just read. Yep. 10 families. And like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, the more families who do come against him, the longer he can get sent away, and the longer he can get, like, the families are going to win. You know what I mean? So I know that I need to do it, but I think I was just so overwhelmed that I needed to block it out. You know? I feel like, I guess. And it sounds horrible, but seriously, that's just, like, coping for me. Is to put it in a file and put it behind me. Like, and so I know I'm going to have to ask an officer to see if what they think, like, is it too late to file? Can I still file? It's already been a year, you know, or almost a year or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Practicing medicine without a license, which was doing the ultrasounds. Yeah, if you read more of the case, like, it'll talk about what families reported, and it says that he You have to find it, y'all, and read it. And this is how I was like, what the hell? Where he wasn't supposed to be doing the illegal medical things. They're speaking on the ultrasounds because the families had reported him doing ultrasounds. They had reported of him checking that they were constipated. That's exactly what he did for behavioral issues. That's exactly what he did with Saya, and said to me that constipation could cause behavioral issues, so he needed to make sure that he wasn't constipated. Then it led from that to having to check other areas to see if there was something wrong, because why they could be constipated. Then it went from that to him doing his own like suppositories, because he was helping them with their constipation, whatever, you get what I'm saying? That's what the report expressed, if you read it. And when I read all that, I was like, he did an ultrasound outside. He also told us that constipation was behavioral issues and all that shit. And I was like, what the? And I remember going live streaming, which could, if I could pull them up, but I don't remember if I could find them, of me talking about it. That right there could also be my proof of me like expressing like what we're going through with therapy, of like, oh, today he told me about constipation, that, you know, it could cause behavioral, because I'm pretty sure I went live talking about it. I'm pretty fucking sure I did, saying that, you know, we're gonna finally get somewhere. I'm excited and I'm so happy to finally get help. Being, you know, and that could probably be causing a problem. And later on, remember, I think I had took Saya because I was worried to see if he was constipated. I think I need to find that, because I'm pretty sure I did, unless I deleted the live, because I would always have to delete lives because people would freaking harass the shit out of me. Hopefully not. And I wonder if I could save that. I did, didn't I? And then when he got arrested, y'all, and I seen that he was on the freaking news, and I seen that the parents reported him checking them for constipation, I'm telling you, I shit bricks. I was like, what the that is what he did to my son. And I was like, oh, what the hell? And then that's when Bradley was like, you could sue him. You need to go do a report too. But I'm like, but he didn't get to that point of like doing anything to Saya. But Bradley's like, you can still do it anyways, because he did ultrasounds on him illegally. And I'm like, and I gave him Miralax to try to help him. And the ER had told me it was okay to give him Miralax with apple juice, remember? And sure enough, it did help Saya. And he did shit. But in my head, he put that, you know, it was causing Saya harm, that he could be constipation that's causing him harm by having behavioral issues because he can't think straight, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay. Yeah, fucking easily manipulated. I did go live talking about it, huh? Yeah, if y'all can find the lives, I hope I didn't delete it, but it was sometime, I want to say, y'all, when this was all at the beginning of therapy. He didn't get arrested till a little bit afterwards, because I remember we stopped therapy because of the situation with Nay. So then after that, I was going to start therapy again, and I had called to set up, you know, get started back. And not long after that, he was arrested before our next session, like of him coming back, because I had to quit it for a little while. So I want to say whenever the last time he actually seen Saya, which was the last time he did he did 2 ultrasounds on Saya. The last time he did the last one, I think it was February or March. I really do. And then Nay broke her ankle of last year. His jury trial. So do you guys think if he's already got a jury trial, Do y'all think I can still file? I need to ask. I need to just call and ask. A lawyer would tell me. But I'm going to have to go and get his medical records. Now that I'm more, like, out of the situation that I was in, I think I can, you know, even though I'm still dealing with stuff, new shit, but I think I can now, you know, be able to, like, deal with it, but it's just going to be hard. Just the thought of it. I had to put it in a file and lock it up in the back of my head, you know, because it affected me so much, y'all. When I read that shit, you know, as a mom, you're like, I let him come in my home. I let him play around with Messiah and joke with Messiah and giggle and tickle, and he even smelled Sia's feet one time. He was smelling his stinky feet because he was telling me that he was trying to get Sia to trust him, you know, that, like, you know, so Sia could open up to him, I guess, for therapy. And I was like, okay. And I thought, like, oh, he's nice, you know, and Sia got a kick out of it, you know, he thought it was funny, and Sia was joking with him too, but in reality, there was no good intention, and as a mom, you're just like, what the? I lost my shit, dude, and then when I told Bradley, oh. I'm telling you, it was like February, March. I'm pretty sure that was his last therapy thing. I'm pretty sure. It was in March. Because it was Ava's birthday. And we went to skating ring. Yeah, it was February or March when his last appointment was. It was. Yeah, he's in jail. I don't know if he ever got out on bond or anything, though. I'm not too sure. He got arrested after, like I said, we stopped therapy because there was just too much going on in my household. And they come to your house, you know what I mean? So I had my nieces and nephew and my sister. It was just hectic, y'all. So I put a hold to it because I was like, it's okay, you know, we can always pick it back up. We got, like, things going on. It was just too much for me. So we stopped it for a while, and I didn't pick it back up till, like, 2 months later or something. And then I called them back, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm ready to restart, you know, Sia's therapy to get back on the track, on a roll. Starting what we were doing, you know, because everything's handled now in my household, and, you know, there was just so much going on. And then I'm telling you, we set it all up, and for him to come back and everything, and he got arrested, and I was like, whoa. I'm gonna look on my videos, but I might have deleted it. Yeah, my sister broke her ankle skating. I had stopped therapy for a while. It was like 2 months or something. It was for a little while because we had a lot going on. Could have even been 3 months. I don't know. Time goes by so fast, but there was just so much. Y'all remember, there was so much going on. And then there was shit with Bradley too, and it was just too much. I want to say it was February was his last appointment. But then I would have to go to trial and shit. Well, I'm gonna call maybe an attorney and ask them. But I think I would have to go and file the police report. And then, get his medical records and all that shit. But I guess behavioral therapy where they go to their school and they come to their house helps a lot because they get to see like the child instead of like just going to the doctor's office. They get to see the child in their natural habitat, you know what I'm saying, in their comfort zone and how they would be at home and how they would, you know what I mean, with their family and their natural surroundings and you know what I'm saying. So that's what is, and I get like, you know, because Saya is way different going into a doctor's office versus being at home. But anyways, now that we're talking about that, that's a lot. I can't believe it's already been a year. I didn't, like, there was just too much going on, y'all. I didn't want to deal. And I was like, I didn't think I would be able to, like, even, you know, get involved in all that because Saya, you know, wasn't one of those kids, you know, that it got too far with. But he definitely was fixing to be a victim. Or I guess he was because he, you know, medically wasn't supposed to do ultrasounds, but it says more people are still coming forward. I wonder if I could Google it and see if any new people have come forward, because if so... God, man. It's crazy. Anyways, y'all. Sorry it's been a rough night. I didn't go live because I was spending time with the kids and stuff, and, you know, we never really get to do much, so... But then Saya acted up, and I was going to talk with you guys about plastic surgery, and I know people are going to talk shit about that. I don't care. I'm not getting plastic surgery right now, but pretty much I'm going to plan on it. So I don't know if y'all remember when I did my BBL, I was able to put a $250 deposit down, and I was able to choose my own date within 2 years. And then you can pay on it or whatever, but as long as before that or on the day of surgery or whatever, it's paid in full. And they have deals going on. So they had like Valentine's Day deals and stuff. And I'm sure they'll have more, you know, because they always do. And I was thinking about doing that because I remember when I did that, it ended up pushing me towards like, you know, going for it. And I feel like it's such a struggle. No matter if I lose a lot of weight or whatever, I'm going to get bullied. And I know I shouldn't care what other people think, but it really does affect me, even myself, even if I'm not live. But when I get dressed or when they're just so big and my head's so little, my body's so little, it's just, it's caused a lot of problems. It really freaking has. And I'm like, even if I get skinny, they're just going to look bigger. You know what I mean? Like, it's a problem for me. I can't fit into a lot of things. I struggle with bras because it bulges out right here, and I've gotten like big ones. It's just oh y'all. And they don't fit. It's really bad. They don't fit around the waist, but they don't fit here. But then they'll fit here and not around the waist. And so I was thinking to push myself to just get them removed. Like, take these tatas off. I think it would help me so much again, and I could go back to being my confident self and feel good. And this is within myself. Social media has made it worse for me, for sure, because they constantly throw it in my face more, point it out more, but this is how I feel myself, even when I'm not live, okay? When I'm sleeping, like, trying to sleep on my tummy, or, like, anything, like, y'all, it's a lot. But anyways... I want them off. So I was like, if I get one, they have their good deals, and I put $250 deposit, that's not a lot. I know it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. If I take $250 from my taxes, that's the time to do it. And then the rest of them, you know, I'm going to put on Bryce's car, which it's still going to take me some time to finish, like, paying it off. But, you know, I'm trying to work towards that. At least I'll have that, like, toward, and I have 2 years. I could set the date for, you have like 2 years when you can choose the date. I could choose the date. Okay, I'm going to set my surgery date for next year in March. Or I could say, okay, 2026 in March. That's my date. Then in my head, I already know my date is set. And then for some reason, y'all, I've already been through this. It pushes you and motivates you, like, to start losing the weight that I want to lose. You know what I mean? So that way extra skin can be taken off too. Because I will probably do a lift and, like, take these off. And I can start preparing and start, like, it'll motivate me to be, like, getting ready. Like, okay, I'm going to put $50 aside and I'm going to put towards it. And I'm going to, you know, because I'm going to, like, go back to Miami. Because in Miami, it doesn't cost an arm and a leg there. It really doesn't. So if I really pushed myself, or okay, I'm going to really push my small business and put a little bit of money on the side. Plus, I'm going to put a little bit more money on the side to get Bryce's car paid off. You know, it'll be almost paid off, but not 100%. But I can push towards it, and I can have 2 years or 1 year or whatever. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I can always just not get it done. But at least it'll be, like, set, and it will maybe motivate me to be like, all right, I want to take these off. You know, I want these off of me. Y'all don't understand. I know people are going to come for me and they're going to attack me. They're going to say, oh, yeah, you're a bad mom. And my baby daddy's going to, I already know it. Him too is going to, you know how many times I just know it. If I did ever do that, I'm going to get my surgeries out. I wasn't even around or in his life, and he throws my surgeries up in there all the time. You know, I'm gonna be the bad mom, and she's getting her bodies done and surgeries done. I already know it. I already know. But I think this is something that would really help me. It has affected me in a negative way in my own real life in so many ways, when it comes to clothing, when it comes to, my head is just so little. I don't know, y'all. I never dealt with this back then. When I sleep, when I bend down, when I go up and down the stairs, when I not being able to fucking breathe. And I swear it's these. I swear it is. I know it is. And I want to take them off. It's something I want to do, and I think would help me, and I want them off. I want them off so, so, so bad. I don't want them on me no more. And it was the biggest mistake I could have ever made. A rational decision. I let the doctor convince me to go larger than what I wanted to do. I let him talk me out of a lift, and I wanted to get a lift. Y'all remember we were going for a lift. He said, don't get a lift, just go larger in implants. And I was like, okay. So dumb. And it has affected me. It truly has. And I feel like if I just do that $250 deposit and I can set my date, that it'll help me push towards getting ready for it, saving for it. They even have the credit things you could do, but, you know, I have to finish getting the dart paid off, which I only owe like $400 and something on it, and it'll be paid off. And then Bryce's car will be like halfway paid off, and it'll be another year to where I'm still working on my credit. Maybe at that time it'll be good to apply for like the payment option, or I don't know, or maybe I won't. Maybe who knows, I'll save for it, or that'll be by the time next year's income tax to pay off some of it, you know, or something. But the date will be set to where it'll motivate me, push me, be like, okay, it's you know, it's on this day. And I could continue working on losing the weight that I want to lose up until that time, because I want to lose weight, so that way, you know, when you lose weight, you have more extra skin. So the more weight I lose, the saggier my boobs will probably get. That's just normal. Then, you know, I can get like all the skin removed, because I'm gonna do probably a lift and take these off and whatever. So yeah, I had wanted like Kylie Jenner tatas. That was my inspiration picture. So I don't know, but I think that's gonna be my plan, and people are gonna talk crap. People are gonna go against me. People, you know, I want to have everybody and their mama throwing it in my face, my baby daddy. I already know that. I'll never hear the end of it. I will be tortured. For anything that I do, I get tortured, you know? I get criticized and pushed down and, yeah, bullied. And it's gonna happen, but it's like, I'm so open with y'all, but I could just not tell nobody and do it. But then the day that I do it, everyone's gonna be like, something's different about her. You know what I mean? So it's like, why not push towards it together? Right? Be motivated. You guys will know what's coming up. We're gonna be working on trying to lose weight. I got my implants in 2021. I think it was 2021 or 2022. One of those. I don't remember. But I want these that I'm struggling with. I want them off. We need them off. They're too heavy. They have caused more, like, I don't know. They're just too big, too heavy. I needed a lift in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I was deflated from how many kids I had and stuff. And I don't know why I let him convince me, man. I don't know. But anyways, nothing I could do about it. But I just know that I want them removed. Give me those Kim K's. It was 2021, yeah, so it's been a while. But anyways, I think that when I get my taxes, I think it's going to be $250 to get the quote. Or get the, because they do deals. I'm going to wait till they have their deals. They just had a Valentine's Day one. I'm like, darn, I should have got it. But they do deals, like, different, you know, and set it. Like, you have, within 2 years, you can choose your surgery date. And I think it'll push me. And look forward to, like, okay, this is what I want to do and this is what I want to work towards, instead of spending any of my money on a new shirt or spending any of my money on sushi or, you know, whatever the fuck. I could start saving it, or hey, maybe I'll get another extra side job, or maybe I'll, you know, I don't know. And, you know, pay a portion of it, and then next income tax pay the rest of it off, and then that's when I'll have my surgery. Or the year prior, and then next income tax pay a portion of it, and then the next income tax will be pay that other half, and then I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying? But at least the date will be set, and I know in my mind that's what we're working towards. You know what I mean? Check Mother's Day in May. Oh, that's a good idea. They'll probably have mommy makeover deals then. Oh yeah, for sure. May would be good. So that's what I want to do, and that's the plan. And I know I'm gonna get hate for it, and y'all know I am too, but hey. I just want to work towards it. I don't know what date I'll choose. I don't know, but we could work towards it. You could always switch the dates too, because y'all remember that year that I did it, I kept switching my dates, my surgery dates. They let me, as long as it was open. But yeah, I want to work towards it, and I really want to work towards losing weight and getting into shape, and I just want to feel good again. I really do. And these are such a problem, and I always get them brought up too and stuff, and it just makes it worse for myself, because I already am bothered by them not being live streamed, but when other people always point it out or bring it up, or it bothers me, you know what I mean? It just reminds you of, like, I know, girl, you don't gotta tell me. What do you mean invest in my family's dental? What dental do I need to invest in? Please tell me. You tell me what I need to do with my family. The fuck? Okay. The hell? I didn't know that you, like, have a say. The fuck? And you're gonna tell me what I need to invest in? I don't need to invest in anything. Taxes have nothing to do with my kids' dental. Why do I have to use taxes to do that? I'm pretty sure I just got my son braces. They have payment options, and almost 99.9% of families do the payment option for braces. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's true. So, I got my son's braces without taxes. Yeah, so what does that have to do with taxes? I don't know what has to do with taxes. Investing my taxes in it? What the hell? But okay. What's that got to do with taxes? So invest in your own life, exactly. I didn't have to have taxes. I didn't have to have a certain credit score. I didn't have to, nothing. They don't check none of that. Nope. Nope. I could take Bryce tomorrow and get a quote and start the process if I wanted to. But I'm going to do my son and my daughter first and then move on to the next. No. As long as you got the down payment, and then you sign up for your monthly payments and all that shit and the plan. Now after that, you can go, you can F up your shit. But no, anybody can start it, girlfriend. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. If I want to spend my taxes on paying what I can on Bryce's car to get it paid off, I can. If I want to take the money and spend it on getting what I can paid off of my own car, which Bryce's car is still my car, but anyways, I can. If I want to take the taxes and move and get a new house, I can. If I want to take the taxes and take us to Disney World and blow that money on just, a memory, Disney World, and that's it, and then it's gone, I can. If I want to save the money in my account and don't touch it and just save it to have a savings, I can. If I want to take the money and invest in my small business and start something new, I don't know, what I might do, decals, I can. If I want to take the money and shove it up anyone's ASS, I can, if I wanted to. If I wanted to take the money and go to the strip club and say, and throw it all out, I can, if I wanted to. If I wanted to take the money and what else could we do with it? I don't know, give it to Bradley, I can, if I wanted to. If I want to take the money and get a second round of BBL and get, I can if I want to. If I wanted to go and get a facelift, I could. And I can if I want to, because it's my money. Thank you. Have a nice day. If I want to go get veneers, I can if I want to. If I want to go get braces, I can if I want to. If I want to go and put all 20 of my children, including Saya, in braces, I can if I want to. She said, you can shove it up mine. I think you should do the shove up. She said she looks like she needs to invest in her, yeah. No, yeah, I want to take these tatas off, y'all. I want to take them off. I want to take them off, and I want to lose weight too, to where like I'm, more petite, and then I can like, have my boobs where how I want them. So that way, like, if I take them off and then I lose more weight, they just don't end up more saggier, to where I can get the lift and get all the skin removed that I want, or the size that I want, or whatever, I feel like I don't want like no boobs. I'm a Tata girl. I would want like a C or even a small D. You know, like I still want, but I don't want D's. I don't want Z's. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no XYZ. But yeah. So I want to lose weight. I don't know. I might even do arm lipo. I remember in Miami to add, like if you get a certain surgery, you can add it for only $600. So I might even do my arms because y'all know my arms are a big insecurity for me. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to continue to work out and do what I need to do. I want to get into shape. I want to, work on myself physically, mentally. And then we'll see how my body like changes as we work out and we, and see where I'm at when that time comes. Yeah, I think I will feel. I know I'll feel better if I downsize. I know I'll feel so much better. I'll have my confidence back, and I feel like I'm so unconfident now, and a lot of it has to do with my tatas and my, Like, yeah, why are people trying to tell me what I use my taxes on? If I was to go get another new car, people would talk crap. But you know how many people use their taxes to go on vacation? You know how many people use their taxes to get surgeries that they never could afford otherwise? People who are insecure and they have saggy tummies from, birthing their kids and being a mom and taking care of them every day, doing one thing for themselves to feel good again. That's none of your business. Whatever helps that, and if that's the decision they want to do, it's none of your business. How many people go and buy new cars every fucking year, even though their car was perfectly fucking fine, and they could have used that money to maybe get a bigger house? I don't know. How many people will use it as a down payment to get a different house? How many, people will use it as a down payment to buy a house, which is great. How many people will get a second car and add more bills to themselves? How many people will literally blow it? Go shopping and get new wardrobe and get new furniture for the house and go and redecorate the house. Am I the only one or what? No, every year people go crazy with their taxes because that's their time to do what they want to do that they don't get to do all year. The one big thing that you get to do. I think that's everybody. I don't think everyone just puts it in the savings. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who do, but I don't think everybody. I think majority of people, that's the time they go and get and do the things that they've been wanting to do. That costs a lot. The fuck? Which I don't get as much back now because I have to pay back some, so they took some of my child tax credit, but it'll still take me a while to get Bryce's car paid off, but I'm gonna work on pushing towards it, getting it paid off. Just keep paying on the principal. Dang, I have pimples right here. I'm just digging on them. I don't know. You tell me, what do you do with your taxes, girl? I'm gonna go ask everyone. What'd you do with your taxes? You know what you should have done? You don't tell me what I do with my taxes. What? She said Mr. Cheeto. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that. She said, do it now for Mr. Cheeto. She said Cheeto takes control of everything. I have never heard someone say that before. And I've heard some shit. She said Mr. Cheeto. Anyway, let's have a girls' vacation then. Just kidding. Who all wants to go get a mommy makeover together? Say aye. Let's all plan in. Date, have it on the same date, and we'll all go together that same day. I'll meet you there. We could actually do that. If anyone on here was planning on doing that, we could do that because they do let you choose the dates. Let's shoot it for next year. Let's shoot it for November. Nah, I think that's too soon. I don't think I'd make it. I don't think I would be able to make that possible by then. Oh, girl, you better file your taxes. They'll take the fee out of your taxes. I was hoping I wanted to get... I don't know. We'll figure it out. It was different this time, and a lot of taxes like that I had to pay, you know. And they deduct that from like your child tax credit and your earned income credit or your whatever, some shit like that. I don't know. She was explaining it to me. I'm like, okay, so they deduct that. But it was more this year because of my small business from, you know, I did Shopify, my online store. So we had to add that to plus TikTok. So it was more this year. But, yeah, shoot, let's get a mommy makeover. I wish I could do a mommy makeover, but I feel like it will cost more. And I feel like I'd be so scared because I would be, like, in recovery longer, you know? It would have to be, like, in the summertime when the kids don't have school. Or, like, on a spring break or something. I don't know. What do y'all think? Just get it done all at one time? That would be a lot more I'd have to save towards. But get it all, and so that way I don't ever have to do it again. That's where they do tummy tuck and, like, a boob lift and whatever. Take these off, you know? Ah, scary. Ah! Everyone always says tummy tuck is the worst. Worst one out of them all. Ooh. I could. I'm just terrified because the pain of the other surgeries, and I think what's more scary is like when you first wake up, it's like, just like, I think it's more of a shock. Your body kind of goes into shock because it's just like pain. You just feel, it's like you wake up to just pain. It's really scary. I think that's the most traumatizing part, is you don't have time to like adjust where you like slowly feel the pain. No, you just wake up and feel it. It's, oh God, that's the hard part. And then after like an hour or two, and then you get your first medicines and stuff, it gets better and it kind of eases and then you're good. But it's like that first. Oh. And then I heard the tummy tuck is extreme because they do the muscle and like, you know, that. So it's like, ooh, la, la, la. Tummy tuck isn't bad. I thought it would be bad, but it wasn't. The most uncomfortable thing was the drains. Yeah, oh, my drains, do y'all remember? They burned. My drains were like burning me. They were getting all irritated. And you freaked out for a little bit, yeah. But did you do the muscle? I heard the lipo on the arms hurts really bad too. I do want to get lipo on my arms, but that's like added 600 or something. But I'm pretty tough though. You know what I mean? I think I really had a hard time, especially with like getting like, there was a lot of blood loss. That was my problem with the BBL. I did really good with the tatas. I did really good. Until the stitches were coming out and I thought my incision was opening. Do y'all remember that? And I was freaking out, but they just told me that my body was pretty much rejecting the stitches, and so it was like reopening. So when we took those out, then it started healing finally after that. But it was like those first like 2 days especially, like having a hard time, but after that shit, I was pretty good, man. You know, I'm pretty strong and I'm pretty tough. It's just, it was like the feeling, being really weak, like, oh God. But there was a lot of blood loss. That was the problem. And I think that's the same with the tummy tuck. I'm not too sure. So getting really lightheaded and vomiting and, oh God, that was hard. Like being real nauseous. Like you're gonna faint. I feel like a tummy tuck too, like I'm really strong. I feel like it would be those first 2 or 3 days that I'd have a hard time. But I think like after, I think like by day 5, you know, and then they take all the drains out, I think after that, I think I'd be pretty good. I'd probably not need no one to help me. I think I would just pace myself, be real slow. You know what I mean? Even coming up and down the stairs, just real slow. I bet you I would do it on my own. I know myself. You just gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing nothing. Like, you just gotta pace yourself and be careful. How long did it take for you to do things on your own? The second day. Even my first shower that they helped me, I was real shaky. I was like, that was the problem, is I was weak and like, I'd turned pale. I was real shaky and scared. Oh my God. And then when they took off, they had to help me with my faja. Just that first time. Because I didn't really know how, and I was too scared to even touch my own skin. Oh, y'all, you don't even know, especially how you feel after lipo. Like, you're touching it, but you can't feel it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's no sensation, but I could feel it on my hands. Like, ugh, ugh. Anyways, it felt like my it felt like my insides were falling out when they removed the faja. And I took a shower, and they didn't end up helping me. I ended up getting in and out myself, washing my body myself. They had to kind of help me with my faja because it was my first time ever wearing a faja, so I was like, you know, you kind of suck it up in there. And I was really scared to like mess with my skin, and the more my skin would move, it kind of had like a burning sensation, I guess. But after that, I kind of got the hang of like doing it my own because I didn't want them to help me, so I just like pushed myself, and after that would take it off and put it on myself after a shower, and would walk up and down stairs by myself. I'd walk around the room by myself. I would adjust my pillow. I did it all. Now, they kept up with my meds for me, though. But I could have did that myself, too. They would, like, remind me, you know, of, like, when it was my time, they'd keep it on the chart and feed me and shit. But, nah, everything I did myself, like, right away. Literally, I did it all myself. Even with my tatas, too. They actually didn't help me with nothing. Except for, yeah, keeping track of, like, when it was time for me to do my medicines. But I took them myself with my tatas. And, washing my laundry for me. And then keeping me fed. Like, they would, you know, bring us breakfast, lunch, dinner. Wash our sheets and, like, you know, check on us. That was really it. I took care of myself. I took a shower, didn't take a shower. Took care of my wounds. Like, yeah. And then they transferred me, you know, to my checkup appointments and picked me up and, like, you know, took me to do back and forth to those things. But picked me up from the airport, took me back to the airport. All that. But, like, taking care of myself, I did it all by myself. I'm pretty tough, and I'm pretty, like, good with that. So I feel like even a tummy tuck would probably be really rough, especially at the beginning, probably where you have to flex your muscles is what I heard. Because I had a girl that was my roommate, and she got a tummy tuck, and that was her hard thing. But she took care of herself, though, too. It was really just, like, when you have to push to get up off the bed, like, when you have to, like, it's hard because you, like, certain things you do, you automatically flex your tummy muscles, and you probably wouldn't realize that you do until you get a tummy tuck. You realize it, and then, like, going to sit back down But and like pushing to get up, that's probably, I think that's what she really struggled with. And then probably getting dressed, like bending all the way down to like put your pants on, or you know, lifting your hands up to put your shirt. But I watched her. She literally would like, and I would too be like, do you want me to help you? And she was like, no, it's okay. But she would like kind of do it down here and kind of go like this. She did it. And she would just lift one foot up and kind of put it on. And she did it by herself. So I think I could too. I probably would be the same to do it by myself. It'd probably just be that first like 2 days. And you kind of walk with a bend. So she kind of walked like this. Like she couldn't just like stand up straight. She kind of had to be like this kind of for a little while. And every day, because me and her we would go to the checkup appointments together and stuff. She would like work on it and like move, and then every day she got a little bit more and a little bit more. But even the day that she left, she was still kind of like this, because she couldn't just like stand up because it was so tight. Her incision, you know, like the skin. But yeah, she would stay kind of like this, and she would just kind of like put her pants like this and move it, and then she would try to like pull one up and hold it, and then pull, and she would do her shirt like this and go like this, and I would be like, you want me to help you? No, she wanted to do it on her own. They really just kind of washed our laundry and fed us all of our meals and took us to our doctor's appointments. That's really it. Took us to get our massages. Everything else you do by yourself, really, truly. Unless you need them to help you, like, put your faja on. I think they did help her put her faja on and stuff. And her waist. She was wearing, like, a waist band or something like that. Like an old lady. Yeah, they walk like an old lady. I walked funny too. I think you can see my videos of me too. I was like that. But mine was really because when I would stand up straight, it tugged on my drains. And when it tugged on my drains, it like burned. I swear my drains like burned. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I hated the drains. And then when they took it out, oh, Jesus, they just ripped them out. And it was like a long white thing. And I thought it was like a tube. No, it's like a flat. So I swear it felt like a paper cut. And they just ripped that thing out and it burned so bad. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, man. And they had to pluck out the stitches first. Oh, I thought I was going to die. Oh, I think that was the worst part. Was the drain. I swear. It was so bad. Let me put some pajamas on, y'all. It was so bad. Yeah, it burned. Oh, you like my jeans? I might wear them again tomorrow. Because I didn't really do shit today. So I might wear them to work. It's already 11:30? Or is it 10:30? Wow, y'all. But yeah. I truly don't want these things on me no more. I want to remove them. I want them off. And if it ends up costing too much, like, I don't know, maybe even if I just lift them up, they won't be as bad. I don't know. You know? But I definitely want them, I want to lift to where they're like, you know, they're more up here, I guess. But, yeah. I don't want them. I want them off. I want them off. They bother me even when I sleep. Like, if I turn on my tummy and stuff. They're in the way. I mean, look how wide they come out, too. I want them off. I don't want them. And in Miami, it is more affordable compared to what you would pay here. Would be like $15,000 or more. There, you'll pay like $4,000. Seriously. So, I don't know whether I should. What do you guys think? Should I just go for the mommy makeover and get it over with, so I never have to go again? Because I know it's something that I've been wanting, and just put it out. We'll choose the date 2 years from now and go and like work towards it. I could always change it if I wanted to. But shoot for that, get quoted for it, or should I just take off the tatas? I kind of feel like I should just go for the mommy makeover. It's only like $2,000 more. It's so smart to go to Miami. Now, I do know a lot of people are going to say something, but my doctor did tell me my natural tatas are naturally lower than like compared to other people, because he showed me like when we had lifted them, he showed me like where the start of like my actual like the start of it, where it sits and where some people typically sits, and mine sat lower. Therefore, like, I'm not going to be like someone that has them like up here. Do you know what I mean? Because my natural, like, okay, say, like, you know, in between your tatas, like right there, where it starts, mine's naturally, like, they go by like right here. Mine is naturally lower. Yours are too, Patricia. So he told me that, you know, that I'm not going to have like this, like, you know, because my body shape and the way I sit, which my tatas before this were lower too. They were more positioned like the start of it. So I know that I won't ever, they're gonna sit lower. Even if I was to get a lift, y'all, and like, they're not gonna be up here. Like, I think people are thinking they're gonna be like my natural, literally like my natural whatever is lower. So they're still gonna sit lower, but at least it won't be like too large and heavy. Do you know what I'm saying? They're still gonna sit lower. Even if I get a lift, they're still gonna naturally sit lower, because that's just how I was built. That's how I'm built. So unfortunately, even though I want like those round tatas, like where they're up here, you know what I mean? Literally, and they're like, you know, like I don't know. Sometimes I wanted saline, but he even told, I was like, because I wanted that round look. But he told me, you won't ever, I can't achieve that for you, because you're natural, you know, I'm just built that way. Yeah, it's my frame. It's just, so unfortunately. But at least it could be like kind of, and not so big and wide to where they're more heavier, you know, but they're still naturally going to sit lower. And I know after I get it done, and if people still notice that they're still kind of lower, they're going to talk crap, but it's like, bro, I can't change that. I could change probably the size and the lifting of it, but not like the position of where they're at. Yeah, I'm going to take these off. We're going to plan a day, so I'm going to get the quote, and then we're going to choose the date. So what date should we shoot for? I could always change it and further out it. I think you have to choose it within 2 years. So, I don't know, but we are going to remove them. They're going to be, I think I'm going to go with a C. And we're going to continue to try to lose weight, which means I will probably lose some of my BBL. You lose weight, this is my natural fat, so I can lose this too. But maybe I won't lose all of it, where I was like flat like before, but I definitely will probably lose some of it. I don't know. Or I thought about doing my tatas and then just getting another lipo, but then I'll still have that extra skin. So I don't know. Should I just go with the mommy makeover? Just shoot for it. It's only like $2. It's only $2 extra. You know, it's like 2,000 more, 2,500 more. But I do want to get into shape. Ew, I'm gonna have that weird belly button that they have like that. Ew, that's the only thing I don't like. But I'll get a tattoo over it. Shoot. Some of my tattoos will be probably removed. That bit, all this would be probably taken off. That whole, all that would probably be like halfway gone. That's okay. I don't care. Yeah, so the goal is to work towards that, have this date set, and then continue working on losing my weight, getting into shape, building more muscle, like all of that to where I want to be, and then we'll have, you know, it'll be around that time. So it'll like push me, I guess, because that'll be my goal. Okay, this date is the day that we're gonna, you know, do this. I think I might just go for the freaking mommy makeover because I also want to get this off. I'm not even gonna lie. But we'll see how these turn out, like with working out, you know? So, I think we will go for it has to be around the time the kids are out of school, so it would either be spring break. Next year we can go for that, spring break, or the summertime, or Thanksgiving break, or, you know, like Christmas break. It'd have to be around those times to where they have like a week off, you know, 2 weeks off. Maybe spring break, because I think that's in April. Or is it in March? No, it's in March. So maybe we should shoot for next March. Shoot, why not? Yep. Or next summer. Shit, I'm gonna go for this summer. Imagine. Heck no, I'd have to come up with like $5,000. Because then it costs a lot, you know, to come up with the rest of the... Yeah, no, it wouldn't be possible. It'd have to be next year or the year after that. I don't even know about next year. Unless next year I use taxes towards it completely. And I actually really did save or did a little side extra jobs for side, you know, something. Because then you also have to pay not only the surgery, but you have to pay for the flight. Round trip, I want to say that one year was like $800. Then you have to pay for the recovery house, which is like $1,400. Yeah, it's a lot. And then you have to pay for massages afterwards. Only if I was to do the mommy makeover. But I could do the massages when I got back home. And honestly, remember I bought the machine and you could do them yourself, straight up, to be honest. As long as you learn how, which I did, you could. But you have to do it every day. You have to really not be scared, you know. That would save me money. I think I could do it myself. But yeah, so I don't know. I would have to use all next year's taxes unless I really saved and put it towards it. But I don't know. It's hard. I got a lot of bills. I might have to do next taxes and then the taxes after that. But at least we'll have a date set and we could work towards it. And in that meantime, I'm going to be working on my body myself, getting into shape, losing weight. So maybe next summer, depending on my taxes, depends what I would make. Or the summer after that. I don't know. Should we shoot for next summer just to see? Like I said, when that time comes, if it gets close and we're like, oh no, that's still too much, I can switch the date. I think we will see if I can push myself. Hold on, but I gotta pee. Give me a second. Sorry, I had to. Now the comments are messing up again. My throat is dry. I need to go to bed. It's freaking midnight, and we're sitting here talking about this crap? What the freak is wrong with us? I don't know. It's just something I want to do. And now I'm sitting here thinking, like, dang, is a mommy makeover too hard all at once on the body? You know? Is that going to be too hard? Should I? But then it's like, later on in a couple years, go back and do it again. Like, you know what I mean? Or just do it all at once. And once it's done, it's done. Yeah, you just got to get through it. But a year after that, I'll be so glad that I got it over with. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, now I'm like, is it gonna be too much? Like, doing a mommy makeover plus the boobs? I mean, doing both? Should I just do one? Because it's just a lot. Especially me being... In reality, I'm gonna come home by myself. You know what I mean? And then be home by myself. But I think I'll be fine. And I think if I needed, like, help, like, at least from bed laying down, like, to sit up with my muscles, Bryce would help me. I feel like that would really be the only thing I would need help with. I think everything else, I think I would be fine. I really do think I would be. I would just have to pace myself, you know what I mean? Walk slower. I think I'd be okay. I think it'd really be from going from laying to getting up. Because of the muscle, but... I would be in a recovery home for 5 days, though. So the hardest days I would have help. But I think after that, truly, I think the only help would really just be that. I think everything... I know how to put on and on fajas already. I've had so much experience. It would just be sore, you know what I'm saying? With like, it would be uncomfortable, would probably hurt because that muscle will be so tight. So everyone says that that's what hurts the most is the muscle. Clenching it, you know, it'll hurt, obviously, but I would have to just push through it. I mean, you know, obviously, but it'd be more uncomfortable, but I don't know. I'm like, do I wait and do them separate, but then that's a whole other surgeries again? Or never getting it done, regretting it? Because remember when I did these, when I had these done, I had regretted it and was like, oh, I should have just got a mommy makeover. I should have just did it all at once. And I had the money for it. You know? And then I think of like the flight though. Remember that was the struggle for me? Oh my god. When I had my tatas, I had no one that wanted to help me with my freaking suitcase. I think this time I packed so much stuff that you honestly don't even need. And I watched all these surgery people too of what they pack. And that's what made me buy all these things. And I didn't even use half of them. So honestly, they overdo it. And then you end up not needing it. Don't do that. There's so much stuff that you don't need. And then they end up providing for you. Like, honestly, I'm not going to do that again. And there was so much clothes that I packed that I never put on either. I stayed in like the same 2 like pajama type outfits. And then they would just like, when I would put one on, they would wash the other one for me. I stayed in those. I didn't need all that extra shit. I truly didn't. And like I said, they kept up with the laundry every day. So I feel like I could go with a good sized backpack to where I'm not lifting nothing, carrying it on, having to get them and find my suitcase and da-da. It'll just be a carry-on. And if you roll up your stuff smart and just put like what outfit I go in would be the outfit I could come home in, because they would wash it, right? And then put me like 2 or 3 pajama type button up and roll them and put them in a backpack, and then put your little shampoo, conditioner, travel size toothbrush, you know, roll up underwears. Like, you don't even need 5 pair, because like I said, they keep up with it. You know, it would fit. It would literally fit in there. All of that. I didn't even wear makeup there. I think I brought like a small little bag of makeup, and I did a little bit one day. It was pointless. Like, you don't even need all that. Just take like that, and they keep up with it. And then like, that's all I would need to bring straight up. My charger, my phone. For real, a brush, you know, and like shit like that. But really, all that extra stuff you do not need. Now, maybe like the arm compression, the tummy band, you buy your own, you know, bring the tummy band. But all that could probably fit. Those things. But everything else, you don't freaking need it. And then like the scar cream and all that, you could use when you get home. You know, I don't know why people pack all that crap. You truly don't need it. And then if you stay at a recovery home, you don't need stuff to like cover the bed and do this. And then you don't, because they take care of that for you. You know? So I feel like that's what I would do, is just bring like a decent sized backpack, you know, where I could fit everything that has a bunch of pockets. I really think that'd be good. It would help me. I can't, even if I get skinny and I get to 100 pounds, my tatas are still going to look like they're 200 pounds. They're implants. You're making your dog's homemade ice cream? What the heck? Girl, it's midnight here, and 200 of y'all still on here, and we're just talking. What else are we going to talk about? Ask me anything. If you've been curious, just ask. Say hi. I see new faces. Brianna Foster, I don't remember you. We got Deborah, that's a new... these, unless y'all change y'all's profile pictures. Valerie Bays, Jane Smith. I don't recognize these faces. Kyla. Oh, Kyla changed her picture too. I think y'all just changed your pictures. April, Delia Mendoza. I don't recognize y'all's faces. Amber Pearson. I don't, for some reason. Amy's in here watching. Melissa's cooking page and more. China, did you change your picture too? Y'all all change y'all's pictures. That's the problem. See, then y'all look like a whole brand new person. Nessa. You think the lipo was, it just feels like burning sensation to me, it did. And honestly, I was numb. I actually, to be honest, it wasn't that bad. I only felt burning sensation around the drains, or when I was getting the lymphatic massages, when he would really push on the skin like that, I felt like burning. Because all, like, I guess the nerves. But besides that, like, without it, people say you get real itchy and I didn't really. I think I did a little bit later on, but not where it was a problem. But I was numb. Like, I swear, like, even to the touch, for a while, for actually a good while, I couldn't feel shit, especially on my sides. I don't think the feeling to my sides and stuff came back for, like, honestly, not even gonna lie, I still can't kind of feel some areas, especially on my sides. It didn't come back to a long time. So I was pretty good. So if people say the lipo is the worst, then I think I'm good. Unless it depends on the doctor and how, like, hard they go, you know, how, like... In my last one, I don't think he really did that a whole lot of lipo. And like I said, I had uneven lipo, actually, but... I don't know. Oh, you added J plasma? I heard that was a waste. I've seen people talk about it. You have to look into it. That it really just causes scar tissue or something like that. Get on a plane after? Yeah, I think that's the hardest part. At least for my tatas, it was. Remember, y'all, everyone was being all mean to me and not helping me. And finally, this one guy helped me lift up my suitcase. Because I had to put it up and I couldn't lift my arms. So with the tummy tuck, that was hard. But it wasn't that too bad of a flight, though. Thank God it was like 2 hours, 2.5 hours or something. Thank God. But I think I would have to get there early because it's the moving around fast, getting to the flight quick enough and getting from one to the next and having to walk fast. And after a tummy tuck, I know you'd end up having to walk a lot slower, you know what I mean? So, that's the problem. If the plane, because I had to go from one, stop at one airport and then in a city and then go hop on another. I think if the flights were delayed or something and we got there and we only had like 10 minutes to get to the next one, I can't just rush around. That's the hard part. That's going to be the rough part coming back. Is trying to get there quick enough with just having a tummy tuck. You know what I mean? And then also the scare of dealing with like blood clots and stuff. But thankfully, like I said, my flight isn't too long. But I guess with it being up high in the altitude and stuff, that's why you have to wait a couple days and you can't just fly instantly afterwards. You have to wait till you're cleared, which is... I think my doctor pushed towards 7 days, but he was okay with it by 5 days. And then he removed my drain at 5 days, too. Because I was, like, good. I didn't need to keep it. But anyways, I guess I'll get off here and let y'all go. Thank you who sent me stars. Thank you, Nicole, for the stars, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yay! I want to get my teeth done, too. Look how yellow they are. And I'll whiten them, and they'll be white for a little bit, but then they go back yellow. I hate that. And it's hard, but if I've done it 2 times traveling like that by myself, and it was the first time ever doing that, and I did it all alone, y'all, I think I got this. You know what I mean? Truly. I think I could do these things and then, spend the days, get on the plane, get home, get my kids back, come home by myself with no help, I think I could do it. And this time, like, Bryce, like I said, I think he would be the only one to really have to help me probably get from, like, laying, like, at night when it's time for bed, and then waking up in the morning to, like, go from laying down to, like, sitting up, because tensing that muscle, like, probably just, like, grabbing my hand and helping me pull myself up, probably. would be the only help that I think that I would have to have help with. Everything else, or maybe lifting stuff, but I got him and Blase to do that, you know, where like if we needed to get groceries and they needed to lift it and bring it in the house, you know, while I put it up, or you know, stuff like that, lifting, I think wise, because I won't be able to do that, because you could open your incision, but they would be able to, you know, I think that's really it. But they really do all the lifting even without surgery or bending down, or, you know, I think it'd be fine. I think I'd be good. By like 2 weeks, I'd be good. I'd be good. I already know it. I'd be good, alright. I might go for it. I might just do a mommy makeover. Your boy should be asleep! Exclamation mark. Oh, so sassy. So demanding. He is asleep. He went to bed. This is the first time in a really long time with he in the dark at that. Turned off the light. I think he realized, y'all. It was so weird. What the fuck? I think he probably sat there and really thought about it and realized and was like, man, oh shit. I acted a fool and ruined it. He stopped throwing a fit, and I'm telling you, I talked to my friend, he was screaming. And I left him at the end of the stairs. He threw himself right there. I was like, fuck it. Stay there then. I did. I was like, forget this. You want to act like that? Go ahead. I ain't doing this with you, and I'm not going to try to, you know, get him up the stair. We would have both come tumbling down. So I let him be, and then started cleaning, acted like I had to help distract my mind, though, because I was going to have a panic attack, so I was like, zone out. So I distracted myself by starting to clean and just act like I didn't hear him. And it helped. It did. Like, this kid literally quit, and it was so hard, y'all. On his own. Then he got up and sat on the couch. I warmed up my coffee, and then I sat down. And Bradley called. That's why I sat down. He called me. I was cleaning. I warmed up my coffee, and then I was telling him about Saya, and, you know, that, you know, I wish, you know, he could be here to, like, and his life was together, you know, to where he could, you know, be a male figure in Saya's life, because I think it would help him, you know, and then Saya was like, I'm hungry, and where's my tacos? And I was like, well, they're in there, but you're going to eat them at the table, because he was like, can I eat it? I want to eat it right here, and I was like, no, you know, you're not, if you want to eat, you can go sit at the table. And I was being firm with him, because I was, you know, I was upset with him. And he did. He went and he sat down. He said, can you turn the light on for me? So I turned it on, and he sat down and he ate. And then afterwards, he came back in there. And I said, now you need to go up to your room now. And you're getting ready for bed. So he said, fine. And he walked up to his bed. Got in. He was silent. I didn't follow him or anything. I needed a moment. You know what I mean? And that's when I went live. Because it was quiet for a little bit. So I was like, let me go live real quick while I drink my coffee. I don't even think I finished my cup of coffee, actually, still. I reheated it. And then, yeah, walking upstairs, and then he was laying in his bed, covered up, in silent, just laying there. I put his pajamas on, and then he said, can you turn off my light? No TV, no nothing. I unplugged the whole TV, and I'm not giving it back to him. He's going to be bored for a few days, because, you know, he needs to learn, I guess. I don't know. I usually just take the Xbox, but he can go to bed the next few days with no TV, have to lay there and think, you know, and then make himself fall asleep. He might have been overstimulated and just sleepy. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know how he got overstimulated, though. Because he was chilling. And he's the one who wanted to go to Taco Bell. Because I was, like, telling the kids to choose. He got ready and got in the car, and he was in a good mood. He walked in. He helped pick his food. He was fine. It was the drink thing that triggered him, and then there it freaking went. It, like, literally, I don't know. And he took a nap earlier. He did. He fell asleep, actually, for a little bit. Maybe he was. Shit, and then he didn't get up or nothing. And Josiah will never lay in the dark like that with no TV or nothing. He'll say, I'm scared. He went to bed. He probably was sitting there thinking, like, dang, she just got up and started cleaning. She don't even care. He's like, fuck. I acted like a fool. I'm embarrassed. I'm just kidding. I wonder what was going through his mind, because he just quit. He went for a little bit. He did a good 10 minutes. But I just acted like, I even stepped over him and took the girls' stuff upstairs and came back downstairs and stepped right back over him again and kept cleaning. Turned on the vacuum cleaner. Kind of helped me too, though, because I was stressed. Yeah, he acts up worse when the girls are here, but he's been doing it here lately, even when the girls weren't here. We've been having issues in the morning going to school. He's been doing the whole kicking thing. He was probably like, what the hell? That's funny. We'll see how he is tomorrow. Because the girls aren't here now, you know. He don't have school tomorrow, so he'll get to sleep in. Which is going to be heck, because all last week he was sick, so he missed school, so he slept in. He slept most of the day, all last week. Oh, my baby was so sick, y'all. He ain't been that sick in a while. Or he didn't even leave the room. He got up just to go to the restroom, and that was it. Oh, he didn't even want to watch TV, my poor baby. It hit our house bad, and the girls are starting to get a little sick. They had stuffy noses, and their throats were bothering them. I'm like, oh, crap. But, so he slept in, so now he's going to have to get back to, it's been like a week. He's going to have to get back to getting up early, so it's going to be heck. I don't know. I work tomorrow, but not early, so I can sleep in if I want to, too. But I kind of want to get up, because I need to, I've been kind of sleeping in. I need to, get myself, and I need to get stuff done. I want to get in that crafting room. I'm still been working on my house, and I haven't completed everything. And I haven't taken them drops. I need to take them and get back on the roll like I was. Because I want to do downstairs. We have that new backdrop to put on. And I got 2 phone cases I still got to make that they've been waiting a month for. It's my mom's and then one of my friends that I was going to make for them. I told them I'd make them one. But they're like, oh, just whenever, because I had wanted to make them like my personal people. And then maybe after that, I'll get started again and get pushed out. I know a couple of people had wanted a shirt, because we've gotten some new shirt stuff. But maybe then after that, it'll push me, getting it all back together, back down there, and having, I've gotten a lot of new stuff and even a new prints. I need to order some new shirts. Maybe I'll get back in there again, and then I can start taking some orders from you guys, Oh, the drops that I was taking, guys, they're on my TikTok shop. And it starts with the M. Some people call them the motherfucker drops. That's what they call them on TikTok. It's funny, but that's not what they're called. It starts with the M, and they're the only drops you'll see on my TikTok shop. I can't say it, but you'll see them. Look at other people's reviews, but go purchase them through my TikTok shop. I'm telling you, they're like $15, I think. Well, no, I think they're $20. But it's smart just to buy the set of 2. or the set of pack of 3, it's smarter. Trust me, because you'll be obsessed. I've been telling everyone. Bryce, what are you doing? I've been telling everyone to, yeah, you should be asleep. I'm the adult. You're the kid. You have school.
We don't got school tomorrow.
Okay, well, still.
Well, still, your
School
health
or
is
no
important
school,
too.
you don't need to be up.
Your health is important too, so no excuses.
What was up with the attitude hand movements? What the heck? He goes, but no, I've been telling everyone to get them, and y'all been slacking. Y'all have not been going and getting them, bro. I'm like, what the hell? A couple of you guys have, and I don't know if you guys received them or not yet. And my friend even purchased them. She was like, I got the drops. I've been telling y'all, it, like, man, girl, I have never been able to want to get up and do stuff. Like, I go through phases. I think everybody does. But then I never complete nothing. That's the problem. And then I move from one to the next. And it made my mind so focused and, like, not where it's racing. Like, it was so quiet. And I could focus on one thing. Motivate me where I wanted to do stuff. I wanted to get up and get something done. It made me start it and complete the task. When it took me like a week to do a couple things, I got like multiple things done in a few hours. It was pretty crazy. And my brain wasn't going 90 miles an hour. I was able to focus on what I was doing. Oh, like, if you have ADHD, girl, get it. If you feel like you need some energy, you need to focus, concentrate, it can help with being overstimulated, get it. They're the only drops on my TikTok shop, sis. Trust me, just do it. Only a couple of you guys, I think, like 3 of you guys bought them. He said, you should be asleep. He said, your health matters too. Carrie, get them. My brain goes 20 miles an hour. Trust me, I've been telling y'all for literally a week. Yeah, I took these off. I need to take this one off because I got to do a video of different nails. I just got too lazy to rip these ones off. But I'm going to rip them off because I got other nails I got to do. So go check them out. Love the side clip. I know my daughters be hating on me when I do this. Thank you. Actually, when I'm just comfortable or cleaning or something, my clip will end up in all different positions on my head. It's comfortable, though. Yeah, it starts with the letter M. It's like Mythos something. They're the only drops you'll see on my TikTok shop. There's no other drops. You'll see them. It's like in a blue bottle. My throats get dry. Now it's midnight. Oh my god, I need to go to bed. I need to chew these nails off. These were cute though this time with adding the diamonds. They were super cute. And I just wasted a whole set by chewing them off. But I need to do those other ones for a video. That's okay. I still have 4 other pair of this set that I could put on. It just sucked though because these ones were a little darker than my skin. I'm more pink red tone. So I don't know, I might give these ones away. Or I might use them anyways, I don't know. Who could use these that are more of a darker tone, skin tone than me? Anybody? Yours too. It's comfortable, Hunter. I like to put my clip everywhere. I don't know why it's comfortable. Only if I'm home, though. Are you sleepies? No, my brain's going 90 miles an hour. Can you tell I'm talking like crazy? Girl, we've been talking for like 2 hours. Shh, I should be in bed. Look, I got eyebrow halfways off. I've just been la 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 la. Tomorrow I'm going to take those drops, though, for sure. I might try to get up early. Or should I sleep in? Because it's one day that the kids, you know, it's a day off. I don't know. But every time I oversleep, though, I feel exhausted and, like, moody the next day. Uninterested, unmotivated. I don't know. It just ruins my whole fucking day. But then I hate getting up early. I hate it. It's the start of getting up early. I hate the feeling. Oh, I just don't want to. I want to sleep. I want to. But then once you're up and actually out of bed and you're like awake, you know, you're good. It's just that beginning of wanting to first wake up and wanting to have to. You're like, oh, I'm comfortable. Oh man. That's what I dislike. But once I'm up and about, I'm good. And then I have a better day. I feel better too. But if I could just be rich, I could homeschool the kids. I'm just kidding. And work from home and get to sleep until at least 8 o'clock every day. I would love to do that. Or homeschool Saya. But then he needs to socialize. If I homeschool him, he's gonna be so like isolated like me, you know? And he doesn't see nobody. So school's good for him for, you know, being out of the house, having a break from each other, and being around other children, and I don't know, sometimes I'm just like, F it, we struggle so much at the school. We really do. Some people have said that homeschooling was the best thing they ever did. And they have like programs here and stuff. And just going back to working from home, but oh, man, but then it's like shit, then I never get no break from Saya ever. Yeah. And getting out of the house and stuff is good. Do you take the drop straight, girl? Sleep till your body wakes you up. I know. Yeah, you just take them, just drop them in your mouth. They're good. I like them. I think they taste good. Do a whole droplet. A whole thing full. Sleep till 8, yeah. When I sleep till 8, that's when I'm moody and I feel like I slept too much, and then I'm just like tired. I feel like sleeping till like at least 7 is like perfect for me. Not too early, not too late. Or even like 6:45, I feel like that's like perfect. Or like, yeah, at least 7. It says mine will be here the 17th to the 22nd. Sometimes it may come a little earlier. You might get it tomorrow, girl. Because my TikTok shop says that too. Sometimes it'll say like a certain dates, and then I end up getting it earlier. Is it okay then sleep till 7? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm talking too much. I need to go to bed, y'all. It's 12:15 in the morning. What the fudge? I need to wash my face, but I'm too lazy. And my nose has still been stuffy and boogers, and oh, I'm so over it. Y'all don't even know that. Oh, happen to blow and blow, and it's like snot. It's not like, I don't know, it's like green boogers still. And the girls woke up stuffed up. It's like, fudge. We got home last night and we watched Scary Movie. Me, Shia, and Anaya, that's our thing, is watching scary movies together. And I was so tired. I fell asleep. I could not watch it. And I remember I kept, like, waking up, catching myself to, like, watch it. And I'd be like, what happened? Or they'd say, Mom, and I'm all, what? You ever do that? But you're just like... I felt so bad I was doing that, and I was abandoning them in the middle of a scary movie. They wanted to watch Scream 2, and it was way scarier than the first one. I was like, They were all scared. We didn't get to finish the whole movie because they were getting tired, and then they were getting scared because I was falling asleep. I was like, oh, shoot. I was so hard. So finally we just turned it off and passed out. And we started watching the movie at like 7. We went to bed early. I was so tired. I was out, girl. I couldn't even stay awake. I was trying so hard. I was like... Sai even went to bed early. He was out, too. We were out from the weekend. But that's what we like to do, me and I and Shia, is watch scary movies in my bed. They're the only ones that'll watch it with me. We want to watch Smile. See, I can't even talk because there goes my boogers getting clogged. We want to watch Smile. It's about a true story of 4 kids who were lost in the Amazon forest for 40 days. Crazy. It was so intense. Was it good? If it was good, shoot, send it my way. It's hard for me to get interested in things, though. You know, is it real good? Or is it one of those shows that doesn't get good till like the 4th season? Honestly, I need to take the drops now and my brain would be cleared, but then I don't want to get up and do stuff. It'd make me want to motivated. Oh, shoot. I need to watch it then. I start watching it right now. No, I need to go to bed, y'all. I'm going to regret it. It's freaking... It's going to be 1 in the morning. Because I know I'm going to get on TikTok after this. Like, I'm peeling. I always peel. Anyways, I know people like to be obsessed with me and stalk me, including my baby daddies. It's so ridiculous. Wish you just leave me alone. Let me live my own freaking life. Jeez. Just gotta bring it up. Or tell my kids, or show my kids. It's like, dude, leave me alone. I already know it. I'm gonna just deal with Peyton. Because I want to plan to, like, work towards taking these tatas off, removing them. A year from now or 2 years from now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll decide. I already know it. Probably maybe next summer. I already know it. The Lost Child. That sounds familiar. The Lost Child.
Where's the Taco Bell?
Downstairs on the table. You're still hungry?
Yeah.
Why are your cheeks so red? You're like real red right here.
Oh, I was itchy, so I've been trying not to scratch, but
It's itchy? Or like pimples?
itchy. So I washed my face, and now it's...
Yeah, it looks like you scratched. They look like yayas. Ouch. You have like yaya right here. Yeah, it's just they stay in your business of what's going on or what decision you make or how you do this or if you spend your money or if you get... It's like, what the fuck?
Taco Bell, man.
It's ridiculous. God, like I'm not grown. what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna deal with so much. I already know all kinds of T pages. And bad mom of the year. Not investing in her dental. What the fuck? Oh my god, she got 2 new tattoos. Oh my god. Girl, chill out. I have friends that do them for me. Like, chill out, dude. People act like you went and blew $1,000, which even if I did blow $1,000, it's my choice. Not yours. It'd just be all up in the controlling your life. I'm telling you, social media's gotten rough. You gotta have thick skin, you know? You really do. They're gonna keep talking and keep talking. Even if you take them to court, they gonna keep talking and keep talking. It's like these people are freaking sick. They have loose screws. Like, they are sick. I mean, just like talking about science therapists and stuff, being like, people like that are sick. It's in many, many ways people can be, like, mentally sick. Like, people can be obsessed. People can be, like, stalkers. People can literally be, like, so fixated. Is that a word? On other people's, like, lives. It's like an obsession. It's like I don't know, like, they survive off of it. They get, like, you know, people can be in addiction. It's like an addiction. Like, they get fixed from it. It's really weird. They really do. They get, like, a high off of it. It's weird. Like a satisfaction. It's sick. It really is. People in this world, guys, I'm telling you, you gotta be careful with people. There's some crazy people, and you'll be shook because they know what they're doing, to where you would be like, oh, I would have never thought, you know? That are good at manipulation and shit, playing their part. It's sick. It really is sick. Sickies. Sickies. It's crazy. You know, my ears are itchy. Truly. Scary. Those are the people you have to watch about, because they're probably like low-key, like, freaking serial KILLers. For real. You never know. Shit, you never know. You know what I mean? Dang, y'all. My brain's racing. I don't know if I can go to bed. But I'm tired. Like, my body's tired. But my mind is fucking going nuts. And it's fucking 12:30. Yeah, I love you too, Tara. You're my bestie. My bestie for the resty. I have a package I'm sending you, but I just ain't got around to it. I keep forgetting. I have it in the garage. And I hardly ever go in the garage, so I keep forgetting. I have to put stuff right in front of my face. It is scary. Can't trust nobody. And they'll play the part, I'm telling you, they'll play their part. You'll believe them, you'll be like, oh, and then you'll be like, wow, I would have never thought she really played me. Yeah, I'll be out there backstabbing. Oh no. It's just crazy. Anyways, put raining sounds on. I might watch some ASMR. You know what? That'll probably make me fall asleep. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time. So, I love you guys. My nose is stuffy. I think I'm gonna have to get up and blow it one more time. I could just feel it. Good night. See you tomorrow.